welcome to the Secret Podcast, episode 20. We have two very special guests, but because I know Omega's ego will go completely out of whack if I don't introduce him first, we have our incredible host, Omega Pro. We've got Xavier and Wisdom, but we have, if you look in the bottom right of the screen right now, if you're watching on YouTube, Afro Senju.
Ah! The Afro Senju.
The Afro Senju.
And if you look in the middle of your screen, a photograph from Moon Monkey when he was in 4th grade, school picture. He sent it to us directly. And now he's another special guest on this podcast. We wanted to make episode 20 special for you guys, so I hope you guys enjoy.
Right. Because we say this like almost every episode, but we did not expect to get this far, so we decided to commemorate it with something a little bit more special. So, for those of you that do not know who Afro or Moon Monkey are, which is, let me see if I carry the one is none of you, why don't you guys introduce yourself, starting with Afro?
Hi guys, I am a black man with a dog on my shoulder who's doing shit on my computer. I wish I had more interesting shit in my life to talk about, but this is all I have going for me.
And Persona, you can't forget about Persona.
You're right, but that's like an accessory. I'm shit.
Relatable.
Hey guys, this is me.
Yo, you kind of look, yo, wait. Now, I might be out of whack here. I've had a little bit too much to inject, but correct me if I'm wrong. Does Afro not look like Lupe Fiasco?
What?
That's a fact.
No one knows what Lupe Fiasco looks like.
That's a fact.
I gotta put it side by side. No.
I
No?
can't.
You're wrong.
No. Maybe I'm
Definitely
gonna get
Lupe.
Let me look up what Lupe Fiasco looks like real quick, because I think I remember, but I could be.
Nah, I see it.
I kind of see it.
I see it.
Nah, y'all niggas are the same person.
I saw this one picture I found. I was like, all right.
Is it the one like it's like black and white, right?
As soon as I saw this picture, I'm just like,
So Afro out here, he's like shadow clone jutsu. I'm gonna have a nigga rapping and another nigga on YouTube. So there it is. And of course we've got Moon Monkey. Why don't you introduce yourself, man?
Hey, I'm black and I make niggardry on YouTube.
That's our moon.
And there it is.
So
like your introduction really fitted your picture that they gave you. Like,
so go check these guys out. Their links will be in the description. It'll be dope.
I hope you guys gain a massive following from all of the 222 subscribers that our YouTube channel has.
We're going strong. We're going strong. You know what I'm saying? But before this podcast started, there was going to be the 4th Great Ninja War.
Okay. Oh, we're doing this right away?
I think it has to be done.
Absolutely. Because it's important.
All right, go. You gotta get down.
I didn't go to work. Last week we talked about Persona 5, right? And now we've all played it even more up until this point.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've got something to say about who is best girl in Persona 5 at this point that we have played it. So I think it's important to say where we all are. I think me and Matt or Dinosaurs are around the same place. I'm about 40 hours and I just beat the 3rd dungeon. How far are you?
I'm like about to be in the 3rd dungeon.
Actually, I'm kind of getting more information on the 4th dungeon. I might start that soon, so I guess I'm a bit further than you.
Yeah, I'm about to be in the 4th dungeon.
Quarter, where are you?
I have discovered the treasure in the 4th dungeon.
The 4th?
Yeah.
You're further than me!
Yeah, he's the farthest, right? Holy shit. Damn, boy.
Porter doesn't play games. Fuck this kid.
But you don't. This is literally the one. No, this is the one game that you've ever played. Like literally since we've known you, you've played Smite
and Overwatch, and that's
barely, nigga. Barely.
He's played Smite. Is what he's played.
Smite.
That's it.
I played. That's the only consistent game I've played.
Okay, so does anybody know how many hours they have? Because I have about like 40.
I have. I want to say 52.
Okay.
I've got like 34 or 35.
I want to say I've got like 36 or 37.
Bullshit.
Farther than me.
Absolute bullshit.
Far less time.
You have 36?
Yeah, 36, 37.
And you're at the end of the 4th dungeon.
Yeah.
Oh, he's playing.
Yeah, I accidentally picked safe mode. That's true. Like I was trying to go easy because I'd never played a Persona game, and then like my fucking finger slipped and I hit safe mode.
What is that?
So like,
what is safe?
It's like literally like you could just like brain dead like fucking head roll every dungeon.
Wait, but like, why didn't you restart it?
Because I didn't realize until I got to the 1st dungeon.
He's like, this seems really fucking easy.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is like
fuck everyone else talking about.
Yeah, I was like, what is everybody talking about? There's like, oh shit, I'm on.
Like, you remember last episode when this man said, I haven't died once.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder why.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Wait. Question. When was the first time you guys died? Because I died at the third dungeon.
I have not died yet to this day.
Oh,
I died
okay.
once in the first dungeon. I died once in the second dungeon at the part where you have to find out like the code that's at the guy's feet.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Because like all the monsters respawned and I figured I was supposed to kill them. So
Right.
I went around trying to kill them again, ran out of health, used an ability that took 40 of my HP away when I had like 90, and then the rest is history.
Okay, so why don't we go in a line? Who is best girl? Starting with Matt. Who do you think best girl is?
There's one correct answer. Anybody, I dare you to try to argue this. It's Makoto.
Okay.
What? I really did not think.
Shut up! Not yet. Quarter.
Makoto.
Makoto.
Makoto, he says. Toyota looking ass.
Makoto.
Makoto.
It's Makoto.
Makoto.
And she, for what I've seen so far,
You're right. It is Makoto.
she is best girl. Okay. There it is.
Here it
we
is.
lost him. Houston, we lost him. Okay. It is Makoto. Okay. Makoto is the best because she's just like her social link. Her first social link is more interesting than all 7 social link levels I have with An. I'm sorry.
A bad bitch.
An is just trash.
Hold on.
Now-
Hold on. What's Afro's?
Afros is on.
No.
No,
Come
you're
on,
not
man.
Real. No.
He falls for the first girl genjutsu.
That's
every
not
time.
the fucking case. Omega, I had to fucking do a thumbnail, man. Fuck, man. No, listen to all you fucking pencil sharpeners choosing niggas. First of all you niggas pick the
Hold
bitch
on.
that gives the apple to the teacher. That's one.
To be
Missionary only.
Bullshit.
Missionary only
That's
is
not
what
true.
you're
No.
going to do.
Hold up.
You
Let
don't
me
like
tell
the
you this.
truth.
Let me tell
Niggas
you
don't like
this.
the truth for some
Let me
reason.
tell you this. Let me tell you this.
Wild.
From experience, this is not the case because they spent their entire
Oh my
high school
gosh.
career being a dumb bitch walking up to the teacher with a goddamn apple in their hand. So then once you get them to the fucking sack, they stick their ass out and then they literally do anything.
Because
Bro.
no,
Bro.
she's in her like rebellious phase. She's like,
But
I don't
Omega.
need this shit. I don't need that. She's gonna bend over back. She's gonna crowd.
You're not even at social link 10. You're talking
Okay,
about me
don't
falling
matter.
into the trap. I fell into the trap. You didn't even see it. You had social link fucking 4. Nigga.
Social link, nigga, 4 social links with
That's
Makoto
my
is
argument,
better than
my
the
argument.
7
Okay,
I
okay,
did.
look,
It's
look.
better than the 7 I did with Ann.
Actually, I think it's
On-
Afro on this.
On. All right. This is the reason why I like On. Okay, her story is shit. That's Makoto's story is better than On's. We're not arguing that. Okay. But on social link number 9, it's the only one, number 1, that's actually meaningful, involving. I'm not gonna spoil, but it involves a lot of the shit that's in the beginning. It's like a climactic ending to it, if you will.
For On?
Yada yada. And then and then from 9, you have an option to, obviously decide to wife her up and shit like that. When you choose yes, which I did, because when I saw that booty on Dungeon 1, even though it wasn't her booty per se, but the booty from like the clone her, I could see the possibility. So I'm just like, On. Anyways, so when I chose to be her boyfriend at that instance, and just how it just flowed together, it was like a different On automatically. It was a flip-flop. She was no longer born ass model, crippled friend On. She was, this is my wife, and she played the role pretty nicely. Okay. Now, this is the one. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, my
Go ahead.
one question is, how do you think she's going to be able to divide her time? She has to help her fucking cripple ass friend learn how to walk and then take care of you when you get home from work. Fuck that shit.
That joke goes out the window because you didn't max her out. You don't know what happened to her crippled
Nigga, it
friend.
don't
Here's-
matter. Her fucking
It does matter. It does matter.
Here's the thing:
I can't say it 'cause spoilers.
you don't want On because like I feel like she's the type of bitch, just like Ryuji. I'm pretty sure he says this at some point. She's the type of bitch that's really just gonna be on you. Like the second you go out without telling her, she's gonna start texting you, be like, "Boy, I know you're not out. I got the GPS location. What the fuck are you doing at the
Because-
movies without me, boy?"
Nah, but On doesn't have damage to be like that. She never had a boyfriend.
No,
Stop.
Bullshit.
On has always had niggas trying to slap the dick across her forehead. Even a teacher was trying to get at that. So you're telling me that not one instance you're gonna fuck up in some way. She's not gonna go slob on the nearest cock.
No, she's
No,
not. She never even
Facts.
fell for that shit. She never
Not-
did it.
not-
If she wanted to slob on the knob, she would have sucked the gym teacher's dick a long time ago, but she didn't.
No.
do it.
No.
And that
Have
was
you
a
seen that
swell-looking
man's
fellow.
nose? Have you seen that man's nose?
But that nigga was a swell looking anime fella. You're not gonna tell me he wasn't a
That man had the
swell-looking fella.
Squidward nose on deck.
That's a fact.
Man.
Yeah,
All right, I'd rather take a bitch who has a regular skin complexion than fucking don't go outside, fucking sharpen all my pencils, head ass. Nah,
What are
fuck
you
that
talking?
shit.
Like, An is more pale than Makoto.
Nah,
I don't understand why you say
Bro,
that.
Makoto's room is layered up with sticky notes because she sticky notes everything like YouTube tags. This bitch is boring. She's fucking boring.
She
Oh,
does look
shit.
generic.
Well, oh shit.
You
I
just
guess-
described Dino's perfect woman. Hello.
I don't argue with you. I guess you found the one. But,
She
you
looks
know,
generic, to be honest.
niggas that like to
Boy.
see the world in color like to go for On. Granted, her story is boring like black and white, but her as a waifu, it's rewarding. It's
No.
satisfying.
She's basic as fuck.
I
Fuck
would
that
rather
bitch.
I would rather have
No.
the nurse Takemi. I would rather have the
Ooh, I
fucking
would
teacher.
The nurse-
teacher.
okay.
The teacher's fucking fine as fuck.
Okay, now the teacher is the slut. Let's get this clear.
That's a
Do we have an
fact.
agreement that
That's
the
a
teacher's
fact.
the slut?
That's a fact.
Okay.
Miss
Okay.
Kawakami is not only a slut, but she's also a Shikamaru ass bitch. Like, you do not want this bitch to just like be on your dick and be like, ugh. Like, that's what she's always doing. She's always constantly looking down at the corner, like, ugh, do I really have to be here?
That's
Yeah.
But then she
I can
throws
see
on the maid outfit and it all switches.
That's
she-
a fact.
That's her persona.
Okay.
She throws it on. She's like, ah! She fucking throws you against the wall, starts humping the fuck at you till your pelvis breaks and shit.
There it
Hell
is.
yeah.
Oh,
I know what
okay.
that's like, man.
And then you ask her why you wet already. I didn't do anything, and she tells you it's from her last client. Then what you gonna do, nigga? So
But
It is
look,
what it is.
here's the main issue here. Afro, you're a busy guy, I would imagine.
oh, we're doing
You
this.
don't want on this needy ass
We're
bitch
done.
on your cock. Like, you want a bitch like Makoto
Thank
who's
you.
clearly
You're
got a
you're
future.
accusing
Thank
you're
you.
accusing On of being like that, but Makoto's over here trying to learn life from you, so she would be the
Yeah.
needy one. What the fuck you mean?
Okay, so here's
He's
the
got
thing.
a point there. He's kind of got you there.
Look, but you're teaching her the interesting parts of life. She's already got the shit that's difficult figured out.
Well,
Yeah.
On already got everything figured out. Plus
No,
that
no,
No,
ass,
she
so-
what she needs to figure out is how to get a decent ass.
Ooh.
No, that's just wrong.
Stop.
Whoa.
If you guys
Like,
cannot be
that-
serious,
that's
she has
fraudulent.
ass.
I'm not cake,
How
nigga. I'm
about
not
you
cake.
tell how about you fucking tell Makoto how to get a decent tan, looking like everybody else? Like what the
But
fuck?
I would rather, because look, you want that camouflage when you come on her face.
That- well, you wouldn't get that. She wouldn't want to do that because she's a basic ass person. Like,
No,
nah.
she's not
No.
basic.
She
wouldn't.
Like, I don't
You're gonna
understand how
tell
you
me-
can't see.
you're gonna
How can
tell
you
me that
not see
Makoto's
her
gonna let you do that?
evolution? She's mega evolving in front of your eyes,
Oh.
nigga. She's
She's
changing.
not gonna mega evolve into a slut. It's not in her DNA.
Yes,
No,
it is
yes,
though.
yes,
She's not a
it
slut. She's a
is.
slut for you though. That's the thing.
She's
Like
a
when
slut
you
for
guys
you.
are in your little
She
private
fucking
estate.
reports. She snitches to the principal. A bitch
She's
who
the type,
snitches to the
yeah.
principal
She look like the type to do that.
who wants none of her face. No.
No,
No.
but that's changing though.
Nope.
She literally changed from that character. She
Nope.
wants to experience new stuff.
That's the whole point of this.
Experience your dick in her
Nope.
mouth.
Nope. Yo, tell me this. If this happens, let me know, because this clears my case. For On, no spoilers, but that shit flowed. Okay, it was not like let's be together. Are we gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend? Not some basic ass shit. She did it originally, and it felt satisfying for that. If Makoto, because I can see her all out. If Makoto asks you to date on some boring weak ass shit, weak. No, I don't know if any of you guys are there yet. How far are you? I think.
Okay, now, but listen here. What are On's prospects? She's a failed fucking model. She can't do shit. She looks after her fucking crippled.
No. Okay,
cerebral
wait.
palsy having as friend. Makoto has a future, nigga. You know what that means? That means I can stay home, play games and shit, and that bitch gonna come home and be like, I got dinner, nigga. I'm gonna be like, easy. And then I get the fuck at the end of the night. On's gonna be like, you can't take care of me. You can't pamper me. It looks like I'm gonna suck Ryuji's dick.
Bro,
What's that? Facts.
hold on.
That is facts.
So if you look at the cover, Moon, which of the horrors would you take?
Well, I said I agree with Afro compared
Really?
to
With-
like the first two. Yeah, because the other one just looks generic.
No.
No.
She is generic.
She
All
looks like
right,
she
all
would
right.
blend into the background.
On
That's
is
that's how she
generic.
is. No, she's
I mean,
No,
I
no,
guess
no,
I see what
no,
you're
no.
saying. That's kind of her point, though. Like,
Right. No, the thing about Makoto is that she does look generic, but you're telling me in her summer outfit with that nice little white
Bro.
little fucking shirt and her
Nah.
little leggings on and shit, like that ain't.
That's the bitch right there, dog. Hell yeah.
Like-
she has a better story than On, but On's a better waifu.
That's just
nah,
not true.
I just can't.
You
get behind that.
can't really agree with me because you didn't choose that path. Like
Okay,
nobody
but
chose
you
that.
can go down that path for Makoto either. So
I'm at the same point with you. I'm at 5. Where are you?
Okay, that's like you fucking watch an entire TV series, right? And then you're going halfway through another one. You're like, oh, the one I watched the entirety of is better.
Okay,
like,
well, what you're saying is you just started a TV series and you're saying this is better than the one that I finished.
No, I'm saying I started.
You're saying that
I started On's and I started Makoto's. Based on where I'm at right now, Makoto's is way better. I'm watching 2 TV shows at the same time. I much prefer one over the other.
But how far did you get with On?
I'm at 7 with On.
Man, you didn't even see the truth. Okay.
If you have to take her on 9 dates to get like to the truth,
I mean,
I don't know.
No. But the thing is, I'm saying that On has a shit story. I'm not defending her story. I'm defending how she is as a waifu after what you make your decision on 9.
Like kind of needy.
Wait, but what is her character though? Like, what is it? She's sitting there, she's like, oh, I don't even have to try to be beautiful. Oh my god, my life sucks. I'm like,
she's like low key, like airhead, like in a sense, whatever.
Right.
But she's like a female Ryuji essentially. That's her gimmick. That's what she kind of gives off from the story. That's like scripted, you know. So that's kind of the vibe that you mainly feel. So her story is kind of just extra. It's like she's just the first bitch. That's mainly her role. Like she's just like, you know, there with Ryuji. They were there shooting in the gym when they're getting abused by the volleyball nigga, and that was mainly her catch. And that's why her story is still like really reminiscent from that, because that was a big draw to like her development and shit like that. Okay. But I mean, like she's a little bit ditzy.
I'm gonna use fucking Mirror Force or Sakuretsu Arm or whatever you want to counter your attack and destroy you. Okay, listen. Okay. Same thing happens with Ryuji. Ryuji had that same backstory as her, like dealing with the teacher and shit. But his actual story and his fucking backstory is actually good. So,
yeah. But the thing is, he's not arguing his story. He's not arguing her story. He's saying that once you're together, she's better.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying.
But because what I think the thing is, like, I just feel like Makoto would be much better because she's like gonna be off doing her own shit. She's not always gonna be hitting you up trying to do something. Like you can go do whatever you gotta do. Like if I feel like going to the sauna and getting my charm up so I can go fuck some other bitch later down the line, I can go do that. And she's not gonna be hitting my line 8 times while I'm in there. You know what I mean? Like that's one of the most important things to me in a relationship.
But the thing is, right?
Why am I taking this so seriously?
Right, like when you say in a relationship, I'm kind of like shit, nigga, like damn. But I wasn't gonna judge you or anything. That's what I thought. But this is what I'm saying, because Makoto has an interesting story. But that shit doesn't matter when you guys date. The only one big thing that's gonna transfer over. No, but listen. You're gonna have to agree, because it was like this in Persona 4. Like in Persona 4, okay, for example, Rise and what's her fucking name? Fucking other bitch that Yukiko, yeah. So like, even though they had like a story, the one thing that transferred over for Yukiko was that she was like the daughter of like the fucking hotel shit. And then for fucking Rise, it was the fact that she was famous, right? It was that reoccurring shit. Not all the little shit that happened in between. I believe the same shit kind of goes for Persona 5, to where, okay, you can see that Makoto has this whatever the fuck, this fucking journey in between, like with the students in the red light district and all that shit that you're gonna like go through with her social link. But at the end of the day, she's gonna be the smart person. She's a smart student that wants to. She has a strong sense of justice. That's the one thing that's gonna cross over when you're together with her, because you already got her story out the way. For On, it's like you have all that boring shit. You know, her connection with Shishiho, whatever the fucking name is. But like with her, it's kind of like a different personality that you don't get when you're with her before. Because like that shit, I will say, that romance shit with her just kind of like, you know, like day and night. It just comes out of nowhere, more or less. So it is a little bit jarring at first, but it is a lot more satisfying from like a girlfriend perspective than I could imagine coming from Makoto, which is just like boring. She looks boring.
What I would say from Makoto's end is that she is the type that you would assume like would not be looking for a relationship or do anything like that. So when she gives herself to you, you're just like, oh shit. Like I feel like that would also be very rewarding. And I feel
that did feel rewarding. I will say I agreed with you this, because I said this before, but I didn't say it back then. When I first came into Makoto, whatever, I thought I made a mistake. You know, I'm just like, fuck, like she's really interesting. And she was like, you teacher, went to an arcade and all that shit. That shit was dope. That was dope. And I was actually thinking about going on that side. But it was Social Link 9 for On, which was kind of like, oh, okay. But anyways, go ahead.
I feel like every character Social Link 9 is gonna want to draw you in. You're gonna want to be like, oh, I want to do whatever. But the thing for Makoto is that I feel like if I'm with On, like she's just so. To me, I don't see how you're saying that Makoto is boring and shit. To me, An is more bland than Makoto is. An is not. She looks like she has a lot of spice and spunk, but she actually doesn't have any. Whereas Makoto looks kind of like more average, but her character has a lot more of twists and turns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the way that I say. I feel like An is like eating like a nice hot dog, right? But you got no condiments on it. You know what I'm saying? Makoto is like, eating like an average looking hot dog, but you got ketchup and mustard on it, a little flavor, a little flair, you know what I'm saying? So to speak.
See, but this is my thing, because I took the fact that, I'm looking this as a more like flat thing. I'm not like going too deep with like the extras and shit like that. Like I make the joke about missionary and shit like that, but that's me going extra. How I look at it as, okay, their story is one thing. It's a source of entertainment for me to be engaged with the character. I'm not by any means at all defending An's story because it is shit. We can all agree here that An's story is boring as fuck. That's
right.
Shit. Now, the main thing that I care about is for Persona, you have holidays that you spend time with set day, okay? And my main argument, which I do think is correct in a sense, but it's kind of hard because I'm not there yet, neither are you for me. Right. I feel like with how An presents herself as a waifu, how she like comes off as a girlfriend, it seems more fulfilling compared to how Makoto's going to come off. Which is why I changed my decision for Persona 4 from Risei to Yukiko, because I feel like it's going to be the same, If you go on a fucking date with like Valentine's Day or New Year's with fucking Yukiko, it's just some basic I love you shit, like you mean so much to me, it's important. But when you're with fucking Risei, it's more like she's more aggressive, more abrasive, like, you're mine, this and that. Like it feels more satisfying. Right. I'm saying that with An in those situations, such as Valentine's Day, Christmas, and all that, is going to be more satisfying than the boring ass bitch Makoto, who might have an interesting story.
That is a good point. That is a good point. I would say.
But here's the thing: like, that's not necessarily like what everyone's looking for. Because like, I'm really not trying to have a bitch being like super extra. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah. But I was actually gonna go in the opposite way. I think that Makoto, like, because I'm attracted to like. I personally am attracted to like shyer girls and stuff. I feel like
I thought I was gonna say guys.
Well, yeah, but you know what I'm saying. But like for her, like I feel like she's gonna be like kind of shy during those holidays, and she's gonna have to like warm up to you a little bit. I think that's gonna be super adorable. Whereas I'm just gonna be like,
you can't say that after you fucking wiped Risei and say Yukiko shit. Make up your mind.
What are you talking about?
Yukiko was a shy girl. What do you mean?
But Yukiko was bland. Like she was shy, but she was just like, okay, I guess I love you.
Like she was just shy.
Okay.
He's saying like it's just going to be like a layer of the character.
You're right. She did do that like, bitch shit. Yeah. Okay.
I think this really segues very well into the next topic, which
thank you.
Finally a good game.
Let's say that you're on Social Link 10, Afro and Moon.
Oh, we're still talking about this game.
No, we're not. I'm just making a link, a social link. You're on Social Link 10. You're going out for the third date with this girl, new different girl, third date. This is a common topic here on the podcast with every guest. You get to the third date and you're in the back of the car with this girl, and you know what happens in the third date. You have to start going down on her. You pull off the pants. And out comes the roast beef curtains. Okay. Now, here's the question. Do you continue the process?
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, okay, I can't help that her vagina has like extra accessories.
No, that's
She got a case in the screen protector on that.
She's got the Joy-Con extension.
I mean, like, who am I to fucking judge her on that? The heat of the moment,
I mean, see, that's the thing. Like, in the heat of the moment, I'm saying, like I said in the first episode, car wash. You know what I'm saying? All over my face. But that is clearly like not ideal. You know what I mean? Like, I would have rather not.
You come off so terribly when you say that.
I don't mind.
Like, if it gets down to it, and it's like nitty gritty, I already went through all this shit. This bitch is already soaking. Might as well get the car wash effect going.
There it is.
That's all I'm saying.
The car wash effect.
Christ.
That is true.
I mean, you sound much more of a warrior when you say it compared to what I said. But I mean, yeah, I think.
So you're saying you would maybe like only go down for a few seconds. You try to make it not as like a long ordeal.
Yeah,
I'm down there for a couple minutes, bruh.
Couple hours, maybe.
That's what I'm saying. I'll be like, fuck it, scuba gear looking ass.
Let's make this a night to remember.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I mean,
Well,
I feel like it's only fair. Like, if I want it done to me, like, I gotta go fucking ham. So I mean,
yeah, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure that when I pulled down my pants and a girl said, "Bring out the," you know what I'm saying, Inspector Gadget magnifier that I wear. I'm sure that's not what she expected, but she'll still slob on the knob. So
I'm just picturing myself in the worst possible position. Like, what if I'm at my lowest state, the most slobbiest I could ever be? And then I just whip it out. She can't deny me because I'll be like, "Hey, remember that one time in the?" You gotta have that on. You gotta have that on file.
You get an IOU, which is like, she's like, "Nigga, yo, dick little." I'm like, "Bitch, your pussy sloppy." Looking like a goddamn roast beef sub from Subway.
There it is. Cold.
I like this podcast. This is a nice podcast.
So you guys seem so open to that it makes me quite. Have you guys ever been in this situation?
No, I guess not. But
I'm not gonna talk about that on stream.
Okay.
So nice try. I can't. Nah, that's like my one ninja way code, bro. I'm not gonna.
Like, to me, I get to a certain point. Okay, if it's past certain point, it's zero dark 30 time. I'm committed. It's going down. Like, if the pants are off, I don't like whatever I might be dealing with. This is what I signed up for.
There's
I was
no
enlisted.
way.
I enlisted for this.
No
like
matter what.
Pause, but I mean,
no matter what, Omega, you're gonna go in super trooper mode.
Obviously, if it's like blue waffle looking ass, then that's just you can.
nigga, that's just flavor. What you mean?
Whoa, fuck.
Fucking vile.
I see. This is where you draw the line. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Like, there's almost nothing like your average like girl could have down there that would just like completely like ugh, you know, like unless it was like some actual.
There's nothing
like,
that's just genuinely repulsive.
Yeah.
right.
Nah, I don't know if I'd agree with that, but
Your standards are like
they're
I mean,
literally like low.
they're low, but they're high. Like, you want to date a man, but you want to date an attractive man.
True.
Yeah.
Just without the soda wudo.
I feel you.
All right.
I guess.
So, a round trip here. All of us except for Dino are. If it's beef curtains, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, dog.
Don't
me the
put
boar's
me in
head.
this box. Like,
Give me the boar's head, bro. Give me the boar's head.
I probably would. It would have to be pretty gross.
Like, if you won it, like, how would you eject from that situation?
That's the thing. Like, I
That's
just don't.
what I was saying.
Like, that's
you
the only
cannot.
issue. I don't know that I would do it again,
Right.
but I definitely don't know that I would have the gall to just, say, I'm not really like, I'm not that
I got
guy.
this
you know?
thing.
Like, you open up her pants and then you're just like, you just button them back up. Zip it's like, yikes, about that.
Yeah.
Or you have to make yourself look like a fucking like an absolute loser and be like, it's too soon. I don't want to do this right
know
now.
what? Let's
Just
get
delete
promise
the fucking
rings.
number.
I almost feel like if that's your play, like you almost kind of have to like kidnap her or something to like give yourself like no to get out of this. You know what I mean? You've gotten yourself out of the situation. You kidnap her.
And do what? You gotta commit a crime
Just
for
so
this?
that you can get sent to jail or something. You like have an honest excuse.
What?
I would have went down on you, but I did that
I
crime.
went down on you, but I'm doing 25 to life.
What if she just comes to the conjugal visits? Like, all right, baby, do it there. It's like,
Honestly, at that point, I might be more willing. Like,
get some jail credit there. Yeah, my girl. Like,
Okay, now I got a question. I've been watching a lot of Prison Break, right?
mm.
How bad do y'all think prison really is? Because low key, like if you got plot armor, prison seems like a great fucking place to be.
Well, if you have plot armor, obviously.
Let me just say, it's 3 free meals a day.
That's
No
true.
bills to pay.
I got all that already.
No, wait. But here's the thing though, because I'm sitting there, right? And I'm watching Prison Break, and I'm like, oh, this looks fine. And then some dude, like all he's doing is just sitting in the line, and the person behind him, Shiv, dead.
Honestly-
that can happen to you, and it's like,
Honestly, that I feel like that only happens if you have like gang affiliation. Fuck with someone on the outside and
Exactly.
that
you
shit.
think
Like,
so?
yeah, first of all, it's a show, so they're gonna over dramatize
true,
it and shit.
that's
Fucking
So,
Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
Let's just put that
when
out there real quick.
I've been to like a Negro petting zoo once, and to be honest, it's pretty laid back. It's pretty laid back. Like they don't really.
Wait. You visited a prison or you've been to prison?
No, I've been to prison. It's more like a I guess it was a class trip, I guess. But
what kind of class?
No, it wasn't like a class trip. It was more like a group thing, like a black organization shit. So we kind of like went to like
Okay.
I got a question though. Extending on from this, has everybody here seen Prison Break?
Yeah.
No.
I've heard enough about it.
Okay, so there's this one little aspect in this certain prison where this nigga like holds out his pocket, right? And his bitch in the prison has to hold his pocket. If you hold his pocket, that means you're his bitch. Essentially, he gets to run through you whenever he wants. But you are protected. Nobody fucks with you. If you're in prison,
you know about that before you hold the pocket.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're in prison, would you become a pocket bitch?
Look, here's the
Absolutely.
thing. Let's take a look at this.
That pocket.
There's no muscle here. So I probably have enough muscle to probably grab onto a pocket though. So I'm running to the biggest fucking like super fucking guy I've ever seen in my life. Like the guy who's lifting like 500 pounds, I'm running up to him and I'm grabbing his pocket before he asks me to. Because if I don't, I'm either getting inducted, like I'm gonna get inducted to like 3 different gangs because nobody knows what race I am. So like the Aryan brother's gonna walk up to me, the Asian guys are gonna start walking up to me trying to get me into the Yakuza and shit, and like unless they can get me a passport to Japan, I don't really want it. So I'm probably just gonna walk up to the biggest black guy and just grab his fucking pocket.
And let's face it, you look like a girl. You're gonna get tossed around. So
I really am. Like
here's the thing. If you're gonna get fucked against your will anyway, may as well have it only be one person and then get protection for it.
Look, I feel like I can probably switch my brain into thinking I'm gay for a couple years. Like if I get something, you know what I mean? Like, and then at that point, like it wouldn't even be that bad. You know what I mean? Like if you can just tell yourself, look, like it is what it is. I can't wait to get fucked by one of these absolute mandingos. Then,
Bro,
I'm like,
this man's survival skill is like unleveled, bro. Unleveled.
so I can do that, but I won't eat a roast beef pussy.
rather take a dick than eat.
I have said so much gay shit on this podcast.
I have a question. Are you grabbing a pocket?
Nah, bro, I'm gonna be like at the last level of Halo Reach, where you just kill a nigga until you die.
No,
That's me. I'm not grabbing a pocket. I'm dying.
It's dear, nigga.
Nah, bro.
If they want me, they gotta earn me, bro. I'm fighting.
I'm
He
literally.
said you gotta bring flowers.
You gotta earn me.
I'm not breaking my ninja way for that shit, boy. I'm dying.
I'm
No.
literally searching for the largest pocket to grab. Like there is no situation where I'm risking my fucking life. Just
I'm
have
gonna
to be
tell-
completely
nah.
fair. To be
So,
completely
Afro,
transparent.
So what you're telling me here is that you would fear for yourself? Is that what you're saying?
I would fare for myself, yeah.
How long do you think this is
What'll
lasting?
happen?
Well, I honestly,
I don't know. I don't
It
fucking
depends.
know, bro. But I'm
How
not
long
gonna
are you in
get-
jail for?
You're gonna listen, Afro. You're gonna get.
That
anyway.
actually is a good point. How long am I in jail for?
We'll say 3 to 5 years. Like 5 years, but 3 years is a good
all
time.
right, I'm not doing anything reckless. If it's life, I don't give a fuck. I'm fighting. My life's already off for grabs.
Yeah.
If it was life, I'm not getting fucked in the ass.
Yeah,
if it's life-
I guess if I'm in there for
Nah,
life,
bro.
I'm
If it's
fighting.
life, I'm
That's
taking.
it.
As soon as I see somebody
Nah,
pull a shit out
because-
of their pocket, I'm grabbing it from them and I'm gonna start cutting everyone because like I need to go down quick. I need to start stabbing an Aryan. I need to stab a black guy. I need to stab a Yakuza. I need to
There
stab
it is.
everyone because I need to go down quick. I need them all to stab me.
See, for me, it's kind of like if I'm gonna be in there for 3 years, I'm gonna come out to a whole different world. So I'm not about to like fuck up my experience with that coming out to a whole different world and fucking
Alright,
confused if
but
I
listen,
still want.
it
dick
He was
in
like,
my
wait, y'all
life.
don't suck dick out here?
Listen,
Yeah.
if you're not a cooperative ass nigga, you're gonna get a dick shoved in your mouth anyway. You may as well get protection with it.
Nah, bro, I'm fighting. I see him gang up on me on the fucking bathroom. I'm like, oh, it's like,
Okay,
this is what we doing.
No,
This is what we doing.
right? This is exactly what you're doing. You have 2 cell phones, right? Both are gonna do the same exact thing for you, but one comes with a 3 to 5 year warranty. If it breaks or whatever, or anything bad happens, you're covered. The other one does not, and you're deliberately choosing the other one.
I just don't like the
Why?
interest on that other one, bro. Like,
I'm just not interested in that shit, bro. I'm just not interested. Like, I'd rather die.
I'll be holding the nigga's pocket while he's fucking you in the ass against your will. I'm just be sitting there like, the other pocket is available, my nigga. You can tap out at any time, but you just won't do it.
Nah, I'm fighting, bro.
I'll lay low,
fighting.
hit the gym for a couple days, try to bulk up, and then challenge the gym leader because I'm not.
I think it also depends on how nice you are with the hands. Because if you can fight, you might as well risk that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you can fight,
No, I'm nice with the hands, and now I'm gonna make that nigga nut in 2 minutes.
Bro.
Yo, I'm nice with the hands, bro. Check me.
Oh,
I'll be like,
shit.
oh, is it that time? Oh, here you go. Fucking, this is the best one he's ever had. 2 minutes, done. I'm protected.
That's
I'll
max.
take it.
Bro.
Nigga was down to play with that nigga joystick like fucking Street Fighter arcade stick. Shit.
Word.
Don't get inputs on this nigga's dick. Shit.
Word. Nigga, they just screaming Jokon boys. Nigga just walking around. It's time.
Yo.
I'm not there.
Damn.
I'm not there. I'm sorry. I can't relate, bro. Our social link just went down from this shit. I'm sorry.
I've got another question. These questions are just coming to me. So, let's say you do go to prison. What do you think would be most likely for you to go to prison for?
Fuck.
For me, it's
like-
probably robbery. If I'm just gonna be completely honest, either robbery.
You just need to stop.
You gotta go, dog.
I like how these niggas do exactly what I was gonna say. I didn't even say anything.
Anytime he goes like you just know.
I don't fucking know what I would probably go to jail for, to be honest. I wish I was more creative. Fucking
It would be murder
shit.
for me.
Murder?
Murder. I would
She's
kill
gonna be that
somebody.
guy? Okay.
You would be that guy.
I think
we
we
cool, though.
vehicular
We
manslaughter.
cool, man. We cool?
probably-
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are good.
I think it'd
Okay,
definitely
cool,
be
let's
vehicular
go.
manslaughter.
Honestly, like, if we're being completely honest, like for me, it's still probably robbery. But for like an average person, it's probably like vehicular manslaughter for most people. I'd
Because
say.
like I'll just be driving and I'll be like, you know, I really got to I cannot listen to this song again, and I have to skip it or I have to find a different one. And if somebody runs out in the middle of the road, like,
Car
it's
accident,
game
really.
over, man.
Yeah.
That
That
shit
makes
scares
sense.
the fuck out of me. One time, like 2 summers ago, I was coming home from I was setting up a bank account. I was coming home. I wasn't looking at my phone or anything. It was me and this other car on this 2-way street. It's like a 35-mile-an-hour road, and this car is just slightly ahead of me. And this bitch walks out just barely from getting hit by the car just next to me. And so like I have to slam on my fucking brakes with cars behind me and shit not to run this bitch over. And then she looks at me like I'm not the
Like
one.
you're
on
the
a
problem.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? There's a crosswalk like 30 feet away.
You
know,
go
like,
to
you're
jail,
just-
right? If you hit her?
Yeah, you get vehicular manslaughter.
But she was jaywalking though.
I still
I don't
think you
think
get
that-
vehicular manslaughter.
I don't think that's your fault.
I don't think that's your fault, man.
If
I
she's in a crosswalk, I think that's your fault. But if she's if she's breaking the law and gets fucking slammed by a car, that was a risk she was literally taking on her own.
But at that point, it's one of those things that like someone's dead, so it's not like you can't just say she was jaywalking. Like that's a process. So you may.
Like
I mean,
regardless,
may or
I'm
may
not
not
saying-
come
I'm
out
not saying
winning,
he's-
huh?
I'm not saying he's not gonna have to go to court, but I'm saying he could probably get off that.
Maybe.
I
You're
don't know,
not
there's
black,
very
so you
many
have
good,
like some bonuses.
That's true. You aren't black,
That is
so
very true.
I got that going for me.
yeah. No, for me it'd definitely be murder. Because
Any names you want to put out on the list?
Yeah, like
Uh,
you said twice now. Like I'm scared.
I
bro.
don't know of anybody specific, but like
If I go to
if I found
Virginia
out-
again,
like for example, if I found out my someone like my mom was cheating on my dad with someone, I'd go kill that nigga.
oh, I thought he was gonna say he's gonna kill his mom.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't kill my mom. What the fuck?
I saw that.
I wouldn't
I
kill
saw
her.
that.
It was a half her decision, but I wouldn't kill
Yeah,
her.
yeah,
No.
what, that doesn't make any sense.
Nah. And
Alright,
if
so,
someone
wait, how about you don't kill either of them and you just shoot them both in the abdomen and then call the police right after?
There it
So
is.
nobody dies, but you know, they share the pain.
Like Batman.
Yeah. Sure.
Like you
That nigga's
essentially
gotta
killed
touch
both of
himself.
them, but you have it off your conscience.
nah.
See,
I don't know what I
believe
would do in
that.
that situation if I walk in and see my mom. Am I
If
joining
I'll
in?
I'll be more confused.
What? What?
It's fucking psychopath.
Gotta make sure you give it to her right. Shit.
Nigga,
It's my mom.
It's just dick game not good.
Gotta dick it down, right?
Your dad like this.
Let me show you.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like I just scrolled through the really weird part of Pornhub. Like I'm just uncomfortable.
Oh, I thought this man was just scrolling through Pornhub while we were doing the podcast for a second.
I mean, I do that, but like that's not what I was doing just then.
Mm. So that's when like your screen gets really dark.
Yeah, exactly.
Oof.
Yeah.
Interesting.
New topic.
Let's get it.
Okay. If you were drafted to war, what would your reaction be?
Cut off my leg, do something. I'm not going to fucking.
I'm breaking my leg. I'm
I would
shattering
rather
it,
go to
bro.
prison.
I'd rather go
Really?
to prison.
If they came to my door and was like, "You're fucking going to like Syria or whatever right now, or we're throwing you in prison," I'm like,
Because I feel like there's a decent, like we're all like 20s, like early 20s, something like that. I don't know how old you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I'm going in.
I feel like I'm getting drafted here in a minute. Like, the only thing is, like, I'm an only child, so I might not get drafted. But even then, like, they'll probably get rid of that rule.
I'm not getting drafted because I'm in school. That's still a rule now. So,
I have brothers.
I'm signing up to online classes right now, nigga.
Wait, can you really draft a fat nigga though? I'm questioning. You can't, right?
Yes, they can.
Yeah,
they're
can.
gonna
They
beat
draft
your shit
whoever.
into place.
What if I like suck a dick? They don't allow gays.
I don't.
Right?
They don't give a fuck. Suck
Yeah, I
enemies,
think they
nigga.
got rid of that rule too.
Yeah, they got rid of that rule also.
They gonna send you out there. You gonna suck some ISIS niggas there. Go ahead, suck that dick for America, bro.
Wait, so now,
Fuck that dick for me.
okay, now what if I pretend like I'm retarded?
We can't
You
just
can
pretend.
cannot get drafted for having an anxiety disorder. So you can have your doctor be like, "Yo, fam, like I got anxiety and shit," because you're more prone to like PTSD and shit with that.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
like
they can't do that.
everyone in 2017, though.
Yeah, they picked the wrong generation to start a war, dog. Like they really did.
I think I'll go ahead and go to war, just for experience.
I probably would.
I agree.
I'm not trying to be like living when I'm like 90 and be like, oh damn, those guys.
You know the
Yeah,
fucking
like-
things you get for being a war hero, bro? You come back? What?
That's true. And like plus like
Discounts?
I feel like maybe they'll treat us veterans better than they've done the old veterans. Realistically, where do you think? I feel like there's like multiple places that we could possibly get sent to. Like we could get sent to Russia, we could get sent to Syria, we could get sent
first
to
of all,
North Korea.
I'm not going to Russia
China?
because them niggas haven't lost a war. Them
Yeah.
niggas do not fuck
But
around.
I'd rather go to South Korea because I don't think they know what they're doing.
Nah,
I
can't do
will
that.
go to South Korea almost
Yeah.
willingly.
I'm not going to Syria because I'm not
Okay,
stepping on
I'm
some
gonna be honest.
landmine
Have you seen-
accidentally.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I would fight a war in Korea. I think if I knew I was gonna go to Korea.
I
And
would
China was not coming in.
I would definitely be willing if I was going to Korea. I would not want to go like get sand in my ass if I'm going to Syria. I might be willing to fuck up Russia if I knew we were actually going to do it smart this time.
And not try to fight a war on two fronts like they always do. Like, cause like what happens every time is like they start the war in Russia and then the winter hits and everybody just gets fucked by the winter. And then
I think you
but
have
Russia,
to fight that war on two fronts for it to work.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, America, it's a little different because like we don't actually have a border with them. Because like when Germany did it, they were fighting Russia while also fighting everybody else over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
But
like
you know
with
why
us,
they
we're
got
just
fucked up?
sending-
Because
they went in and they burned
No, no,
every
no.
town that they passed
no,
through.
because they originally like had their thing with Japan, right? But Japan didn't like the Russians, and then Germany made a pact with Russia at some point, and Japan was like, don't know if I agree with that one. And so like when Germany was like, actually fuck it, fuck Russia, and they started going into Russia, Japan was like, sucks to suck, and didn't help them from China. So like they could have been fighting that war like this and crushing Russia like that, but instead Germany had to fight it by themselves, and they got fucked.
And on top of that, they were like burning and pillaging every town they went through. And then when they were trying to retreat, they had nowhere to fucking hide because they destroyed everything. Like they just got fucked.
No, I think Russia was the one burning their shit.
No.
Yeah, Russia was burning their own shit.
No, Germany. Well, yeah, I mean, like when they were like on the way out, but like I'm saying, like Germany would come through, they would take all the supplies from a place, and then they would move on because they thought they were gonna make it to fucking Stalingrad or wherever it was. And then when they didn't, and they tried to run away, the Russians had burned shit.
Yeah.
But also they had already pillaged everything that was left from that like wreckage, so they just
so they
got
couldn't
like
make it back.
yeah, they just fucked themselves.
There
They
it
just
is.
got shot in the ass all the way back to Germany.
Anyway, I think we're the only people who care about history.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I care. I just don't know anything about it. So
I've been watching this Oliver
see me in Naruto.
Stone's what's that shit called? Oliver Stone's Untold History of the United States
Mm-hmm.
on Netflix. That show is interesting. If you guys are ever interested in
Isn't it like
US
isn't it
history.
taken from like direct like first person accounts of people, right? If I'm not mistaken, like diaries and shit like that, or no?
not that I've seen
that
so
something
far.
else?
Like it,
Okay.
like the first part's about World War II, second part's also kind of about World War II, but it also tells you about like how Harry S. Truman became the president instead of this other guy. I think his name was Wallace or something, who
Right.
would have been a better president probably. But anyway, this is a hot topic debate, everyone.
okay, let's get it.
Milk or cereal first? There's one right
That's not
answer.
a
What?
hot topic
That's
debate.
not a there's
Somebody-
a,
That
somebody-
better be like everybody saying the right thing. Like
You obviously put the milk first, so you gauge how much milk you need to drink.
no, we're friends for a reason. I didn't believe that for a second. Like,
It's
no.
obviously cereal first, please. I don't fuck
Yeah,
with
there's,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my god.
Nah, I trust our social link for a second. Omega would do that to me. Nope.
Like here's the thing: if you pour milk first, you literally have webbed fingers, and only 3 of them. So it's like this, and you look like a fucking frog. You're just sitting there like dripping it in. Like you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Jesus.
You
Yeah,
might also have like a.
there's only one option.
And here's the thing: everybody, this is a fact, a scientific fact, of course, not to be confused with a historical fact. Everybody that likes milk first also has a cleft lip.
He said that like he was looking over at an article that proved that to be true.
I was looking at my test results here. We can't release them yet, of course, and I'm
Obviously.
looking, so yeah, want to keep that under wraps. But I decided to say it in this podcast because nobody's watching.
Yeah, my dad and mom are not brother and sister when they had me, so I put the cereal in first.
Yeah, that's
sir.
a fact.
Well, somebody asked us on Twitter, so I figured.
Because and here's another thing too: if you do put milk before cereal, you were the kid that your parents were so ashamed of having. They locked you in the attic when company came over, or like in the basement.
Like you're the Harry Potter ass nigga.
Yeah, I'm about to say that.
Or like in what's it called? American Horror Story, the fucking Cyclops ass nigga.
Oh my god.
Like that.
True,
That's
or
what
like
you
the
look like.
yeah.
You're just like, yeah, my precious milk. Like a goddamn idiot.
Okay. That lasted all of 10 seconds.
Uh-huh.
All right, I watched Survivor. Anybody here watch Survivor? Anybody ever watched Survivor?
I've seen
was younger.
episodes of Survivor, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember it though.
Open for the whole class.
I've been watching Survivor since I was like 4 years old, so I'm stuck on it. But
Uh-huh.
this recent episode, I was sitting there watching, and I just thought it was going to be every other episode of Survivor, you know? I didn't think anything too interesting was going to happen. There's 2 gay guys on this one Survivor team. And they get to tribal council. And they were buddies, but one was at the top of the totem pole, and one was at the bottom. And the one at the bottom found something out about this one.
Okay.
And he knew he was going to get voted out. So he said, why not just go out guns blazing? And so this man, he was like, you know, I believe that this gay guy has a friendship with this guy that you guys don't know about. And everyone was like, okay, well, we don't care too much about that. But
Right.
you got a good point. We might want to vote him out. And then he was like, and here's just another point of deceit. Zeke, why haven't you told everyone that you're transgender? And I was like, what? How did he just outed him as a transgender person.
You cannot do that.
In front of the fucking country, in front of his fucking family, in front of his friends, in front of his fucking mailman. Everybody fucking knows.
Everyone on the tribe just goes, dude, what the fuck? Like, and Zeke is just sitting there like, how's my dad gonna react? He didn't take it too well when I told him I was gay. I don't know how he's gonna take this.
And here's the thing. This is like another version of when that white kid was trapped in the corner and out the fucking door or whatever. It's like the same thing. Like you're just so mad, you just don't know what to do. You're just like, and they just drop the fucking bomb. Like, nigga, no, you don't do that.
And then he sat there trying to defend this shit for like a good few minutes, and then everyone's just like, dog, like just think about what you just did.
Yeah.
And he's like, I am an ally of the LGBT people. The people at home know that I fight for transgender people's rights. And and Survivor guy is just like, dog, think about what you just did. And he's like, I am thinking, Jeff.
Of course, you know they were amped when he said that. They were like,
oh my God, yeah.
Ratings,
the
ratings.
Yes.
It's like that scene in the interview when Eminem says he's gay or whatever. They're just like the fucking production room just fucking exploded. They were like, "What the fuck?"
He was like, "Yeah, I'm gay." He was like,
"What?" Literally, like fucking gay Twitter is blowing up right now, dog. Like,
so have you guys ever had someone out you?
Yes.
I'm about to out quarter right now. I just went on to the Ask Reddit, and it says, "What are you technically an expert at?" In quotations, 10,000 plus hours in, but still suck at.
Everybody's got fucking jokes around here.
I like seeing Quarter smile live on air. Like I saw Quarter smile live on air dwindle down and then try to come back because he could let that shit happen. That shit was a glorious moment. Like I'm gonna let you guys know. I watched the Secret podcast for a bit, and every time I saw Quarter Slander go on, it was like, you know, when WWE back in the day when they had blood come on. But I guess you guys patched it because you guys don't do it anymore. So it's like the new WWE without the blood. Man,
Yeah.
I got a good sneak peek of how it used to be, man.
Look,
I miss the old times.
There was a moment in time, especially in the earlier episodes, where I legitimately thought we might have Quarter's brain matter on our hands.
You guys are fucking.
there was one episode. It was like I don't even think it was the 5th episode yet, but like
Yeah, it
we
was
made a
the
joke
third.
that was like not even a joke, and Quarter got so mad that he left the call in the
There it
middle of the
is.
episode, and we were just like, you know, maybe we don't do that anymore.
I need healing.
Okay. I have to tell you.
No. That wasn't. That was different. That was different. That wasn't even. That
Okay,
shit was not
no,
okay.
I'm gonna tell you the jokes that way you get it because it is at your expense, unfortunately.
Me?
So, yeah, we were talking yesterday. No, it's at Quarter's expense. We were
Oh.
talking yesterday about how like you like I was saying like how you can sometimes cross the line and say shit that pisses me off, but I just like kind of take it on the chin. And then I said something like, or it was either me or Tosi that said something like, I don't know why he like will talk shit, but then he'll get mad if like shit gets talked to him. And then Moon said, Quarter's a glass cannon. He's like a Genji. He goes in and then says, I need healing.
When he gets hit.
And then he'll ask for the nano boost. He said, "Where's the squad to back it up?"
That's true. That is true.
You're powered up. Get in there.
I love you guys.
That's funny.
Our friendship just grows. Social links been coming.
My dick has been growing all along.
Wait, I just realized in Persona 5, there's no like group social link like there was in Persona 4, right?
Yeah. It's just a lot more individual social links
Can we
with
not
like
talk about the
Igor
trash game anymore?
and shit. Yo, fuck you.
Okay, let's talk about your
Yo.
trash game.
Let's talk about ukulele.
You mean my-
Ukulele.
I don't. First off, as you guys can see, I'm playing the best game right now on Discord. Peek the scores. Flames, don't at me, nigga. Let's
He's playing
go.
Pokemon TCG.
This man's playing
Let it be known, he's
whatever
playing
the fuck.
Pokemon as opposed to fucking ukulele. This game he's been defending for fucking years, I assume.
Look at this. Look at this flawless score right here. Oh my
Meanwhile,
goodness.
Ukulele is fucking trash.
But I'm not playing ukulele right now, am I? I'm
I'm
playing TCG, bro.
This man is playing full on defense. Right now.
Trash.
Like actual defense.
How is it? You're tackling something that's not. You're tackling the wrong.
Nah, B.
You're going the wrong way.
Your mic didn't even agree with you, bro. Like I
Wrong
said,
basket, my nigga.
nah.
You in the wrong. You shooting the wrong basket, my nigga.
See, before I like how before when you used to come at Persona and you used to like hold on to fucking ukulele. Now the patch notes came through and you just gotta go back to TGC or whatever the fuck Pokemon to defend yourself, bro.
But ukulele
Unfortunate.
came out, and I already said it was a good game. But I'm still playing TCG.
Is it really?
Zelda's out, which is a better game than both of those games, and I'm still playing TCG. Horizon is out. I'm still playing TCG.
You're just proving you make bad decisions, which is why you're not playing Persona. Like that's
Yeah,
all
this
it
is
is.
like
First
me
off-
when I play Smite.
first off,
Yeah,
Persona-
you gotta hold that.
That's too much weed for me. All right. I gotta go out in public and make social interactions with live human beings. I can't play Persona. All right.
Nah,
I can't do that.
I understand why Persona might not be everybody's cup of tea, but if you do like Japanese games or JRPGs and shit like that, you will.
Or
love Persona.
Japanese
That's just a fact.
bitches.
Or Japanese things.
Like this new Fire Emblem is the reason why I hate Persona.
Why?
So why don't you talk about that? Why don't you tell us about Fire Emblem and
How it's been bastardized into waifu
Yeah,
bullshit.
because I still don't really understand your whole perspective on it as to why you hate the new Fire Emblem games.
It's more so. It before like the original one, there wasn't really much like a wifing thing. I mean, of course they had like supports in like the early ones in the GBA, but it was mainly all about combat and shit. And to some degree, it still is, but now it's just kind of just devolved into waifu shit. Like, oh, I gotta go for this waifu. Oh, I gotta rub this one to be my waifu and shit. And it's like, no, and like all these events and shit, like the DLC you even see for Heroes, like the Easter shit, and like, I'm not about that life, bro. Like,
Is this the game that's like focuses on like idol culture? Because Jurgen was, I think he was telling me about Fire Emblem, but it might have been a different game. But he's, it was when we were recording our Persona video. He mentioned something about, I think Fire Emblem game that like focused on like idol culture in like Japan and Korea and stuff like that. But I don't know.
'Cause,
It sounded like what you were describing.
like the way I haven't played a lot of the new Fire Emblem games, so I don't really know. But the way that I see it is like, to me, it looks like the gameplay is still there. It's still like kind of the same. They just have this new thing.
Yeah, but,
where
like-
you can wife bitches. I don't see the problem.
You can, but I think they put a lot more emphasis. To be honest, I think you'd have to play like the older ones to understand like how much they're pushing it.
But like you don't have to do it though, correct?
No. For some points, you're gonna have to.
You have to. See,
Yeah.
okay, I can understand why you don't like that.
It depends. Well, it depends on how good you are. I mean, to a sense, you don't really, but in another sense, you kind of have to.
See, but like, what's weird about Persona for you? Because you don't have to do that.
I'm not down with the school.
You kind of do though, because like if you don't do that stuff, then you'll get fucked in.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
No. But you have when you talk to a girl, you're gonna get to the point where they want to throw it at you, but you can say no. It's hard to do sometimes because you feel like a heartless ass bastard.
I like Persona.
You can't say no.
Because
the dungeons are cool.
Yeah, the dungeon gameplay is really dope. So then maybe you would like, because the original Shin Megami games, those actually like tackle like really dark themes and stuff like that, and they're not like
darker than Persona 5 because I think
way darker than Persona 5. Persona is light shit compared to a real like SMT game.
When I started playing this game and they were just like pretty much like saying he was like raping kids and shit like that, I was like, oh, that's pretty dark.
Yeah,
do
that's,
they have
that's dark, but
hold on. Do they have? I know Pokemon did like a cross. Was it SMT with Pokemon? They had some type of RPG game, and I think it was
I don't know, Fire Emblem, SMT.
No,
Fire Emblem.
It was with Pokemon that they crossed over with, and I think it was on the DS or some shit. So I'm trying to think like dark with Pokemon
and Shin Megami. Well,
I might be out my dime, man. So
yeah, I don't really know about that one. Okay, do we have another topic?
Who here has listened to Kendrick Lamar's "Damn"?
Twice.
I have.
Thrice.
So we've all listened to Kendrick Lamar's new album.
I've listened to most of it, parts of it.
How have you not listened to all of it?
That
was my question.
I don't want to get into it. I haven't listened to it yet.
Could have said you didn't get around to it, but that's so.
That would be a lie.
Let's go. Just shotgun mode. Did we like it? Did we not like it? And then we can get into deeper why. Okay, Matt, did you like it?
Of course. I think this is the best Kenny Lamb album.
Well, that's wild. Afro, did you like it?
I have to re-listen to it. I listened to it in the car, and I was expecting some shit I could like, bump with who I had in the car. But she was complaining about it, and because she was complaining, maybe look at it in a different way.
It killed your vibe, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, but so I didn't get a chance to like thoroughly listen to it. But I did like DNA, bruh. That shit. That shit.
I peeled I was like, mask off, nigga, like Persona. Bruh.
Yeah.
I was. That shit was so lit.
Oh shit.
Okay, Omega, did you like it? Yes. Moon, did you like it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Now let's get into a little bit deeper.
Oh, I like DNA, Think, Pride, Lust, Love, God, and oh my God, Duckworth. No, what was the one that he was like, I'll beat your ass, and like, hold on, I gotta open up title. I have to open up title. One of them, he was just like, I'll beat that song where he's talking about I'll beat your ass. That is my song. That is my car accident music there.
Wait, did you say you're gonna open up title?
Yeah,
he used his title.
I got it for free, so I don't really have to worry about it.
Oh, okay.
So for me, like my favorite songs are like DNA, Ya, Element, Humble, XXX, and Fear. Like those, I think stand out among the. I think the whole like there's not a bad song on here, but I don't know if I'm high. Okay, there were some songs on it that I was listening to, and the first time I listened to them, I'm like, this low-key sounds like a Drake song.
Are you talking about like the Rihanna one?
I from what I heard, I don't remember what song it was, but I thought the same thing. Like it was early in the album, I heard it and I was like,
yeah,
this low-key sounds like a Drake song. Like it didn't sound like the content matter of a Drake song, just literally just sonically. I was like, I could hear Drake.
Are you calling him a Logic ass?
Well, no, because
I think I think it might be more of a power play type thing. Like everybody can do this type of shit, nigga.
See, like I don't know. There were some things that like struck me as off, but like the more I listened to it, the more like I saw those similarities kind of like drown out, I guess. And like I don't really see it that much anymore. But like there are some moments where I was just like, damn, okay. Like on this album, it sounds like a lot more poppy, which is why I'm kind of interested in why like Afro's person that he was with or whatever told him to like they didn't like it, because I feel like this is like
it was just in the middle of the album. It was
right.
Like
I feel like this is like the most accessible that he's.
That's why I think I liked it the most.
Yeah,
because it had like the least to do with like shit that Like I just couldn't relate
I
with.
think I could say this. While Damn might not be my favorite, I cannot rank them. It's just way too early at this point. I really liked how it loops, and I like how the last song ties everything together. I think it's really dope. But for me, I think that with Damn, this might be an album that like I might play more than Good Kid, Mad City and To Pimp a Butterfly, just because there's so many like. I just feel like there's so many like bangers on here. You
can pick singles off of this album a lot easier than you can To Pimp a Butterfly.
You played To Pimp a Butterfly a lot more. I only played it once, and that was it for me.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why, like, for To Pimp a Butterfly, I played that album the least out of all of Kendrick's. For me, it's probably like Good Kid, Mad City, and then Section 80, and then To Pimp a Butterfly. But now I feel like Damn can probably be like #1 on that list, and then it goes so forth.
Honestly, I'll say like at least this far out from its release, that Good Kid, Mad City is still top for me.
Yeah, I'd say Good Kid, Mad City is still probably my favorite. Personally,
probably the best.
But I definitely fucks with this.
Yeah, I think this is dope. Did you guys hear about the 2-album theory thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I woke up this morning
so bad.
I woke up this morning and somebody retweeted this link onto my timeline, and it had a picture of like it looked very similar to the Damn album cover, but it was a different picture and it was blue and it said Nation, and I was like, huh. So then like I didn't want to click their little iTunes link, so I just like started trying to look it up on Apple Music, and it wasn't there. And I was like, that's
got blue back. Yeah.
Now, if that 2-album theory thing would have actually been true, it would have been.
That would have been some god body shit.
That would have been nice.
I'll give you guys the abridged version for people in chat that don't know what it is. So essentially, there was a rumor that since this album released on Good Friday, that just like Jesus, Kendrick would be resurrected 3 days later on Sunday, Easter, to drop another album called Nation. When you combine the 2 albums, it'll be Damnation. And there was a lot of things leading up to this, like the fact that like this album can be seen as like the red pill kind of from Matrix, and then the next album will be like a blue pill because Soundwave, which is like a producer for TDE, he tweeted like, "Oh, this is not the official version with Morpheus in a red chair," and like there's just and there's like some lyrics from The Heart Part 4 and from Humble that make you believe like it was so believable that like shit like that could possibly happen. But of course it's past Sunday, so yeah, that's just not the case.
There it is.
Well, it's only 11:55, and that means it's 3 hours behind over in California land.
Good point. I guess that is a good point.
Never know.
I think you can tell with this album, like, because after To Pimp a Butterfly, because Kendrick's obviously from Compton and he's got a lot of like gang member friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell somebody got in his ear and was like, "You got to cut that jazz shit out for an album, my nigga. Like, you gotta put some hot shit out." Like, you can tell someone was in his ear with that shit.
Now, I don't really think so. I think this is just what Kendrick wanted to do. Like,
well, okay, that's probably true. But what I'm saying is like the hood niggas couldn't bump To Pimp a Butterfly like from a music standpoint. You know what I mean?
I don't think he would care about that. So
I think he does whatever he wants, to be honest.
Yeah, somebody said something similar to me. They were probably like, "Oh, the niggas at the label is probably like, oh, make more hits or something like that." I'm like, you don't say that to Kendrick. Yeah, like,
I mean, because like if the label felt like that, they wouldn't have given him $3 million to make To Pimp a Butterfly. Like, they wouldn't have done that if they felt like he needed to put out more hits and shit. Because they just let him do whatever he wants.
When did To Pimp a Butterfly come out? That was like 2 years ago, right?
2015, I think. Yeah.
And then Good Kid, Mad City came out 2012.
I think so. Let me look.
Because for whatever reason, it seemed like this album came out very close to Pimp a Butterfly. I don't know why.
Yeah, Good Kid, Mad City was 2012.
Okay. So I guess like what we'll see from Kendrick is just like whenever he feels like he wants to drop a project, he'll just like drop a project.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's filled with a bunch of leftovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or unreleased songs that were just like half baked.
Yeah, and sell it for full price.
Like people just like praise that, and like I liked it, I guess. Like, I thought it was pretty cool, but like, let's say for example, like I didn't have Apple Music and I paid for that, I'd be mad because like those like he literally sold you unfinished songs.
That's literally on vinyl too.
Yeah,
like could you imagine buying that? Like, that kind of goes against the whole idea of vinyl.
Yeah.
Like, now everyone who gets vinyls is like, "Oh, it's like the fucking like actual real music, like exactly how they want you to hear it," and then you get unfinished versions of the songs. Like,
now from a rapping standpoint, do you think anyone is fucking with Kendrick?
Not mainstream anyway. Nobody mainstream.
The only person I could possibly say, I don't know if it's just because he just recently dropped the project,
Justin
would probably
Bieber.
Joey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Joey. I didn't say
Really good
Justin
album.
Bieber.
Oof. All right. Well,
Every time somebody's dropped an album this year, I've been like, oh, that's the best album of the year so far. That's
Well,
the best.
I
excluding
honestly-
More Life.
I honestly feel like I think I might like Joey Badass's album more at this point than
Yeah.
Damnation. Because Joey
did.
Badass's album is just like
I agreed.
the reaction that it elicited from me and everything. Like, I was just like, this is fucking great.
Yeah. I liked
Maybe
it more.
maybe from an album perspective, yeah. But I think like I'm gonna be listening to a lot more of these songs like regularly.
I don't know. Like I don't know that there's a song I put that's on this album that I put over like Rockabye Baby. I don't know, because that song to
Yeah,
me
but
is
one
just
song
like,
is like nothing. Like I'm trying to have like multiple songs I can bang
yeah.
out to when I'm driving.
Hold on, let me pull up Joey.
Like I'll listen to DNA, I'll listen to Yeah, I'll listen to Element, I'll listen to Humble, Love, XXX, Fear, and God, and Duckworth. Like I'll listen to all those songs
so like
in the car.
so for
God,
me,
that's the track.
I haven't
love that song.
gotten a lot of time with Joey Badass's album, but I can't say like these are the songs that I will definitely play. Fucking Temptation. I play Devastated. I'll play Land of the Free. I'll play Why You Don't Love Me. I'll play Rockabye Baby. I'll play Ring the Alarm and probably Babylon. Like just from what that's almost the whole album actually that I just fucking listed off. But like those songs, I just think like those are all on my playlist right now.
Ring the fucking alarm, bro.
Ring the Alarm, like that song just sounds like grimy as fuck to me.
Yeah.
Like that shit reminds me of like old school rap when niggas would just be like, there'll be like 6 niggas deep in the studio and like, yo, let me get a verse, and they spit some like nasty shit.
Bro, have you listened to his previous one?
Are you talking about Joey Badass?
Yeah,
Yeah, his Paper Trails album, or no, before the Money.
that
Badass.
one.
Yeah, that shit.
Woo!
That shit was fire. That was a great album too.
Next
I
album?
don't know, man. I like Joey Badass. Now speaking from music, have you guys heard Logic's Black Spider-Man song?
That's
Yes,
what
I
I
Not yet. Is it
Flames.
good? I haven't heard it yet.
I like it. Love it.
I'm gonna listen to it right now. Actually.
See, I agree with Moon. I'm not a big Logic fan, but this sounds like the most original Logic has sounded in a minute.
Now
I
he's
fuck
still
with the
pushing
song.
that. He's still pushing his same angle that I'm. But
Yeah, that's the
think-
only thing. Like
I don't-
he raps a lot about how he's black and white. He especially on his mixtapes.
Actually,
Not
okay.
not- yeah, not so much on his albums. On his mixtapes, like that was like every song's like I'm half black, I'm half white. Like yeah, okay,
Yeah.
we get it. But like, he's bringing it back for this one. But I don't know. I like this song a lot.
yeah, it's good
honestly.
music.
Okay, Moon, did you like Everybody? Like the song?
Mm,
Really? Because
So-
I thought
Yes,
Everybody was so much better, and then I think Black Spider-Man's a pretty shit song.
And this is coming from a very
muted, Quarter.
like yeah, you're muted. This is coming from a very big Logic fan right here.
The
Yeah,
biggest Logic fan, probably.
yeah, I'm a big Logic fan.
well, then again, because like I'm kind of on and off Logic, so
Like I smiled a lot when he did that like bye Felicia thing. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that was like, I don't know. I felt like a lot of personality in that I don't really see a lot. I guess.
I don't know, man.
Like I think that's what I want more from Logic. I want him to like have that personality shine more. Like I feel like he's always like caught up in trying to be just like a really good rapper. Like he doesn't let his personality shine through. I think on
And
that
I
song,
think
I feel that. Yeah,
on that song, his personality was just like booming through that song. I think that's why I liked it, because I love Logic as a person. I just wasn't a big fan of his music. So now that he's like interjecting that personality into the music, I like that a lot.
And I think he doesn't realize that for most people, he's really solidified himself as like a talented rapper. Like he's a very talented technical rapper. And I think he gets too stuck up in trying to prove that point, like solidify that spot.
yeah.
And I really, because like his mixtape days, he puts a lot of himself into his albums. I'm not saying he doesn't necessarily with like Under Pressure and like, but it just feels like he's more.
It
With
feels
his
like he's
mixtapes-
trying to make his own Good Kid, Mad City, his own like.
Exactly. Yeah,
kinda
exactly.
like
He's
that. Like,
trying to
that's-
make a classic instead of just making music.
Yeah.
And I think that's good that he's like moving more towards like personality and like trying to put himself into his music rather than trying to be technical.
But don't you
Now-
think? I think that song was just like all over the place, though.
Now I can see from what you were saying, because we were talking about it like very briefly. How you were saying like how you felt like he was kind of like just pandering to everybody, like gays, blacks, white, like all that shit. I can see that, but I don't know. To me, I just still like the whole vibe of the song. I really liked it. I can picture myself.
No, yeah,
rapping
like I
along to the
liked,
song.
like I was listening to the song and I was like, oh, I really like this. Maybe like the first 30, 45 seconds, and then like he starts going like, I'm black, I'm white, I'm gay, I'm straight. Like I'm just like,
That's what I'm hearing right now. Like you said it a few times. I'm like, damn.
yeah,
bro.
I'm like, okay, like we get it. Like I just think he did a much better job of like, obviously the point is still like it's about everybody and like togetherness and like this, that, and the other. But I just think he did a better job of doing that in Everybody, where he was saying, you know, like look, like I'm black and I'm white or whatever. Black people said like they look ashamed when I rap. White people told me like I should be ashamed to be black.
Like
Even when I was
can
just a little
see
kid.
that.
Like I think he did a much better job of putting that out there.
And he probably did, but to me, like just like sonically and like I just enjoy Black Spider-Man a lot more.
I think that's the same point where I'm coming from.
The only thing I did not like about Black Spider-Man was how he said some bullshit about how we vote for Donald Glover to be Black Spider-Man. I'm like, dog, that is literally like a decade old.
That's like I think the moment I really didn't like the song anymore was when he was like, you know, Donald Glover should be Spider-Man or something like that. I was just like,
I was just
like we
dog,
cast Spider-Man already, man. Like we're way past this topic.
That was the only thing I'm just like, okay, now that's just
and
like
then
a little.
Did you watch the music video?
Yeah, I did. I think that's what I first watched.
Okay, because like I don't know if it did it in the song, but like that little cat thing at the end, I was just like, okay. Okay.
I don't know if that's in the official like iTunes version.
I hope not, because Jesus Christ, I will skip the fuck out of that song every time it comes on.
Because I mean, like, I think the song itself is like 230, 240, and then it's like that dude singing at the end, which I thought was really dope. And then it goes into that.
I think I need to listen to the song again without the video, because I only listened to it once with the video, and I just thought the video was like pretty extra.
I thought it was really cool when he was like, and I love my Mexican wife or whatever. And
I thought that was cute.
Yeah,
but
that was cute.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah,
that was cute. And then everything else happens. And I mean everything else.
This is so wild. I'm usually the one like firing shots at Logic, but now it's just really
look like I'm allowed to like somebody came at my neck on Twitter. Like I just said, I didn't think that song was that great, and he was like, "You dare fire shots at the one true God, Logic?" And I was
that's
just like,
every rap fan, to be honest. Like the hive is real.
That's Logic fans especially.
Wild.
Like Logic fans are legitimately brain dead half the time. Like it's unfucking real. Like I went to like this concert with Logic one time, and I was just like, I don't like being here with these people. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of these people just seem a little bit slow.
That's a nice way to put it, man.
They look like their name is like Todd and Chad and shit.
They look
Yes.
like
That's everybody at a Logic concert.
That
Like,
is
it's just like
everyone.
Todd, Brad, Zachary, all these fucking
Tucker, like you got mad Tuckers at a Logic concert.
That's a fact. Not only that, but all these niggas pour milk before the cereal.
That's
There.
a
That's a
fact.
It is.
I do think I saw quite a few three-fingered people over there.
Ooh.
And they're wearing like fucking Kobe jerseys with no undershirt. Like that's the type.
That's
of niggas.
literally true.
Like, that's the type of niggas. Like they're wearing like
I don't
LA,
know.
like
The
they're just like they're fucking wild.
the concert environment is just not for me, bro.
Like
Yeah,
I wouldn't go to.
I still would love. I need to go to a Kanye West concert before I die. Before he dies, I need to. Like,
Which
y'all
one's more
just-
likely though?
He's gonna overwork himself, dog. Like
You don't think?
I was trying to make a
don't
starvation joke.
Well, he's
Okay,
he's
that's
also
fine.
like an actual god, so that's neither here nor there. I just need to see it. You know,
I think if you're
I
like
know I
really like I don't fuck with concerts that much either, but like if it's somebody you just like I am as close to a Logic stan as you can get without legitimately being that guy who starts looking for people in Logic's thread who don't agree.
right.
I am that close. But like going to that concert, I was just like I didn't give a fuck. Like I was in the pit jumping all over everyone, like crossing up people's feet and shit, knocking people's drinks out of their hands, singing along with every lyric. I really loved that
yeah. Like
experience.
if there's a Kanye concert, like I know it's just gonna be what I do in my room right now. I'm just gonna be sitting there screaming.
Exactly.
There's just gonna be like thousands of other people doing it with me. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have like an artist that you care about like that much, then I think you'd probably enjoy a concert.
Afro and Moon, do you guys have like any artists you care about like to that degree? Like
To
your
go to a
favorite?
concert?
Nope, nobody.
Oh yeah, because you listen to like Japanese music and shit, right? You got.
I mean,
like,
even
Attack on
still, like, not with anybody. There's not one person that's of note that I would be like that for.
Okay,
I'm
so
not like that. So
All right, so then let's say not even like a music artist, like just like a person in general that like you would like love to meet, like shake their hand one day, like it would mean everything to you.
Nope. I shook my hand this morning.
same. I like Moon. Moon reminds me every day while we're friends. Like legit, like it's fucking wild.
I mean, like I may like the artist, but I may not like everyone else that likes the artist. Like I don't want to be in the same environment because you're gathering with all these niggas to like hear the song, and everyone's cheering at the side at the, like the top of their lungs and everything. You may not be like seated in the best possible position to just like vibe out with the shits. Like I want to go with like a group of niggas.
But there's nobody that like you respect or admire or look up to like so much or anything like to take inspiration from. Like you wouldn't. There's nobody like that in the world where you just want to like pick their brain for 30 minutes.
Nah.
I have to think about it.
That's wild.
I think to be honest, nah.
Because if
I like for me,
I just want 30 minutes in a room with Kanye West alone. Just let me. I want to talk to him. That's all I want.
I mean, I have a philosophy where I believe actions speak louder than words. So if there's ever somebody I admire, I study him until I don't need to.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. So that's how I look at shit.
Out of curiosity, because I feel like for a lot of people when they get into YouTube, like it's because like for me, like I just really wanted to meet Blame Truth when I got into YouTube, and I figured like, oh, if I become a big YouTuber, then maybe he'll play with me.
No, I didn't want to meet anyone. Like, of course, I thought it'd be cool, but that wasn't the reason.
Wait, Blame Truth. He's the nigga that does the fighting games, like
he does like Pokemon and shit.
He used to do. He was like it's literally on his YouTube channel, the first commentator. He'll make sure everyone knows. He's like a guy from New York or fucking.
If he wasn't the first, he was like one of the first like 3 or something to actually make like YouTube commentaries.
Gotcha. Yeah, but my question is like, what got you guys into YouTube?
I wanted to put my Naruto clan on it somewhere. I wish it was something more like interesting to talk about. For me, it was that, and then I don't know. I just somehow met my friend Toasty, and then somehow met Rhyme, and I saw how serious they were on YouTube. I just thought to myself, I'm like, fuck, like I want to be like my friends, So I fucking tried it, and that's where I'm at now. But yeah,
that's adorable. I actually did not know that.
I just watched a bunch of YouTubers, and I just wanted I watched like Shofu and all these, but like sometimes I watch like a Let's Play and like I saw niggas do dumb shit, and I was like, what are you doing? I'm not the type of nigga like that scream like the item's right there, right? Why are you fucking going past it? Let me do it, and I'm gonna do it my way. I'm just gonna be a coon. I didn't see a lot of people doing that. Like, you saw Hip Hop Gamer, but that nigga's kind of like a
fucking. Here's the thing: if you want to see a playthrough for like actual like decent games and not fucking 2K, and you want to see somebody be an absolute coon, dare I say even a hard R, like you go you watch, like click on Moon Monkey's channel. Like that is one of my favorite YouTube channels. Straight the fuck up,
bro. Like I just wanted to be like a coon and not like. The best thing is like I already have a job, so I'm not really relying on YouTube. So I have to be careful what I say. I just want to just act a fucking fool and not worry about repercussions. That's pretty much the box.
Wait, so you think you don't have to worry about what you say?
Yeah, I made up my YouTube channel where I could just be a coon and not worry about like, yo, if I fuck up my YouTube channel, shit might fuck up for me.
But would that ever like come into play with your actual job? Like, will your job fire you for like?
I don't know, unless niggas know where I work, but. I don't know.
Yo. So just to show of hands in the stream, I don't know how many of you guys were like down to be like YouTubers and shit like that, like who are viewers that are watching and shit. Because I thought about it. How many people are in here? How many people are in here?
There's 103.
100 people. I feel like this is a secret podcast, and I went on the Paragon route with the PK situation, but I feel like there comes a time to when the truth needs to be revealed in certain instances. So. I feel like I need to bless the podcast real quick.
We had to close the door for this.
Exclusive.
Oh, my dog is barking.
Okay. He didn't want the dog to hear.
I literally have no idea where he's going with this. Okay, go ahead.
I'm pretty sure you know about this, Omega. No, Porter, you know about this. So I just want to talk about this because I always remember this, and like I feel like if I talk about it in the podcast, I'll finally forget it. Because I wish I did the right thing back then. Okay, so. Okay. I remember when I was coming up and I had like 10,000 subscribers or so, and I had a shit laptop. Like for me to make content was like a fucking journey just because of the fucking equipment that I had. It was a laptop that took like hours to render 5 minutes, bro. That was the maximum. That was like Kaioken times 10. I killed that computer now. Like it's done. I rendered it to death. So I had to get a new computer. And so I got this new computer that like I spent like a lot for. I invested a lot just because I wanted to take this shit seriously. I remember I tweeted, I said, so hey, now it's time, road to 100K. I remember this nigga, PK Spark. Wait a bitch. Okay, this nigga PK Sparks, right? He tweeted on my tweet, and he said that's not how it works, in a condescending way. He had like fucking 70, 60K, and he said that shit to me, and I watched this man. You know how crushing that shit is? This is the reason why I don't have anybody to look up to, because I watched this dude, and like he said that shit to me. I'm just like, bro, what? Like, that's not the nigga I see. What the fuck? So, I just replied to him in a nice fashion, because I'm not like, I wasn't raised a coon. I'm just like, hey man, like, I'm just getting it so I can grind. And then he replied, but no, he stopped talking to me and started talking to Sacred. And then, like, cause Sacred was my homie. Sacred's like, he's talking, like he'll make it. G, like I believe in him and shit like that. And then PK Sparks said another statement that was a more defined way of saying what he already said. And then, it just kind of deaded then, right? So thankfully, I didn't even plan. Like when he said that shit, I didn't care about like passing a nigga or anything like that. It would have been cool for like the petty man inside me, but it happened, right? And it happened pretty fast. And when I passed him, I was staring at some Mass Effect shit. The Paragon option, which would be like, let me go on about my way of my business, or the Renegade option on some Keemstar shit. Hey, nigga, remember that time you said that shit?
Bro, I wish you told me this story. I wish you told me this story beforehand, before you blew up, because I would have been that petty nigga that brought it out on Twitter, bro. I would have done that for you.
Bro, like I remember to this day, that was one of the most regretful things I've done, which was tucking my fucking tail in my legs and just going on with the grind, I talked to Paragon niggas all over, and I was asking, I'm like, what should I do? Should I pop off on this man? They're like, nah, man, just focus on the grind. I'm just like, you know what? Yeah. My channel got to a point where I kind of know who I am as a YouTuber, and I'm thinking, you know what the fuck was I doing? Like, I have real nigga mentalities, and I lied to myself on that instant.
In a sense, Afro already won. He already won.
You can find that tweet, Sacred.
In a sense, Afro already won. He killed him with success already. He already
got this, man.
He already won with success, bro. So Afro already won. So any more, just like cherry on top.
Because now that's the thing. I feel like the damage is already done. Because
it's done. Like the thing is, I don't have any beef. Like with every person I meet who's a YouTuber, I would have a mutual respect. Like, I hope you become successful, because I know how it is. You want to be, if you want it, you want it. Like, I'm not gonna be like, fuck that nigga, shit like that. No, it's one of those things that's kind of like, people that believe they know everything, they need sometimes to be like clap back that, just kind of like, look, bitch, that's the one thing I regret, because when people are like that, it's just annoying for everybody else that has to deal with this shit. So it's always good when that one nigga can shut them up. And I wish I could have been that one nigga.
I can never understand, and the one thing that like really pisses me the fuck off is like, why the fuck do people gotta be so mad at other people's success? Like,
it's not mad at like other people's success. It's like jealousy that just like becomes anger.
People being they feeling.
Can I fucking go round two?
Oh yeah, go for it.
You guys care about?
Go, dog. Go ahead.
Bitch! All right, nigga. I got a fucking chair. All right. I know when I say this, the little community of the dudes are gonna attack me, because they attack me every time. They're literally on watch for me, nigga. Every time I make a fucking move, I made the video about the fucking dude K. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not trying to promote myself. All these dudes in my DMs like, after go make a video about me.
I don't give a fuck. Go ahead.
We're gonna get there. Okay, so look. so back when I was talking to Ryman and shit like that, Ryman Tosi took the initiative to fucking shout me out and shit like that, which was fucking dope. Like, I don't think like that. So when it happened, I'm just like, why? Like, thank you, man. Like, well, that's fucking crazy. And I was blowing up. So I had these squad of niggas, right? It was like a little mini squad. I hung out with like these YouTubers, one nigga in specific avatar, Yaya, right? That's the nigga, that's the targeted nigga, right?
Shit,
another one. We killing them. So this scenario, like, I was so cool with this dude, right? I want you to know, I was cool with this man. He would always say to me, yo, I hope, like, can't wait to see you blow up one day, man. Like, yo, like, you're gonna blow up. Your content's amazing. I blow up, right? I come into the Skype call just chilling. Like, I'm about to say, hey, man, I hear this nigga fucking Avatar. Like, oh, yeah, Avatar. Afro's changed, man. Not the same person anymore. After he blew up and all this shit, yada, yada. Like, yo, Afro's fake. Afro only... Afro, he was talking about me in a different light, for one, not like a homie who I've been talking to. And he said one shit about me, talking about some shit like, what did he say? He said something about like he was taking pride that he knew me to say that I changed. That was the pretty much the perspective he came off of. So I said, which I expected him to say, fuck me, because I'm here. So I'm ready for him to come at me like, hey, like, yeah, fuck you, Afro. I mean to say it to your face, because that's what I grew up around. That's what I respect.
Yeah.
I come in the call. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Yes. Hey, Afro, what's going on, man? What the fuck? Bitch! Fucking me, what's going on? No, nigga, you fight me, bitch. So that's what happened. I fucking talked off my mask, nigga. Persona! I took that shit out. I yelled, I argued with this nigga for 3 hours. 3 hours. I had a migraine and I had to go to the hospital, nigga. It was that intense, right? I passed out in the fucking hospital because my migraine was so fucking intense. The bumps in the car passed me out. I saw my dog run for the ambulance like a movie, then I passed out. I woke up, I thought my dog was dead, nigga. I was and like, only thing I thought, I'm just sitting here like, fuck this nigga, bro. Fuck this nigga, bro. Fuck this nigga, man. So I'm mad as fuck, delirious, kind of like, what the fuck, bro? I see my dad comes here. I thought I was dead at that point because my dad come to the hospital for me. I'm like, nigga, what? I'm asleep. So that shit happens, right? I forgave him. I forgave him, right? I tell him this every time. I say, I forgive you, but I'm not cool with you. I told him I don't respect you like that. I respect him as a YouTuber, but I don't respect him as a person because I don't respect anybody who's fake. But people change, right? People do change. This nigga's the same age as me. You're not getting away with that, nigga. No, you're not getting away with that. So to this day, I say that shit. And like, he apologizes to me a lot. And I say the same thing every time. I just say, hey, man, it's cool. It's chill. It's whatever. But bro, like, okay. That's that though.
Jeez. I've never seen you become such a coon before.
Honestly.
Bro, that incident, no, like,
that's the like, you made that video about that one guy a couple weeks ago, which I thought was fucking hilarious. I didn't think you were gonna like, by the end of the video, you were kind of like you were like, it's whatever kind of thing. I expected it to be like a lot more like petty, you know what I mean? Than it came off, I think. But like, have you guys ever been in like other, like, obviously like you've been in like a few Afro, but have you guys ever been in like YouTube beefs? Because I have.
Okay. Like the thing is,
look.
Go ahead. Shit like that.
No, like, it's whatever. Like, it's been like, I'm like, we're over it. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's just like, we're all like, by the way, like, this is all cool now. You know what I mean? Like, me and all the Injustice YouTubers, may we rest in peace. Have all like moved on from this, and by we all I mean it was me and this one guy. Me and this guy Jay we were like the first 2 people to make Injustice videos. I was like the first one pretty much, and then he came through and he sent me a message. He's like, "Yo, what's up, Dino? You know, check out my videos." This, that, and I was like, "Oh, look, you make pretty good videos." And then like we started making like a little bit of collaboration videos, stuff like that. We started growing. We're like competing with each other. Like, that's the thing. Nobody in the Injustice community was like you guys are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like you guys were always being like super cool with each other. It wasn't like a super big competition. Like, you guys are always trying to help each other out. From my perspective, that is not how the Injustice community was. Everyone was super fucking competitive. Like, somebody gets 1,000 subscribers, be like, boy, see who's the first to 1,500 though. Like, it was ridiculously petty. But then some point, like, we started making really clickbaity thumbnails and titles and stuff like that. Like, I would make videos like Injustice Gods Among Us, Robin, and like Robin wasn't in the game or anything. Like, I'd just be capitalizing on like search engine shit like that. And then one day this guy put Injustice Gods Among Us, Black Adam confirmed, when he wasn't confirmed. And that shit kind of pissed me off because like I kind of like had like a sense of pride about our job where like we were giving these people the news, and if he says it's confirmed when it's not, I felt like that was kind of like shady. Yeah. And like there was still like you know, what fucking word am I looking for? Anyway, whatever. So like I think I said something about it or something, And then we basically got into this huge Twitter fight. At which point, my man, we're about the same size, right? But he's 25 and I'm like 15 or 16.
Ooh.
And so all these 12-year-olds that are following us look up to this guy like he's their older brother. You know what I mean? And I'm like their fucking friend who's telling them this shit at lunch. So he goes and makes a video and he like shits all over me. And I'm like, fuck, I got to go buy a webcam and make my own video. But by this time, he's already struck first. And my name has literally been slandered into the dirt. Like, I'm losing subscribers by the minute. And I make this video, and it gets disliked, like, to hell. And I'm just like, this is one of the 2 times I've ever deleted a video. That time and when I made a video saying the Xbox One won E3. Because... because both of those times I had a dislike ratio that was like 10% likes to 90% dislikes. And so me and that, like, he just made a video, he's like calling me Baby D, because my name was Dinosaurs, and just like said I was like, oh, he took Skype like conversations and screenshotted them and made them look like, you know, like I was like shit talking the fans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is like 4 years ago. Jay, if you see this, I really don't give a shit. I'm sure you don't give a shit about what I said in my video, whatever that was. But yeah, that was a good time. But yeah, now we're friends, you know. And the thing is, like, he's been super cool after that. Like, I've helped him with camera shit. He's helped me with like getting this channel that I work for an even remotely decent amount of subscribers.
So yeah.
But
That's
so
cool.
like you can recover from a Twitter/YouTube beef.
Yeah.
That's wild.
The only
Yeah, I feel that.
Twitter, it wasn't really YouTube beef. It was just like some random nigga in the comments. I mean, he had his own YouTube channel, but like I made a whole video on the nigga. Just
Oh, that the
Yeah.
fucking salt.
yeah, because he was like
bro.
coming at me, and I was like, all right, let's play. And then like the nigga was ass, and then that was it. And I'm not trying to rub my mouth saying that I'm the best Smash player out there. I'm just saying that, like, if you can talk that shit, you better come with the A game. And then this nigga got bodied. And then when I made a video, this nigga still want to start fighting. Like, nigga, this nigga went on For Glory. And then it said, here's unreleased footage of me beating Moon. And we all knew because it was like, he doctored, like, the way how he set up the video, like, you gotta wait so you never got to see, like, the main fighting menu to see, like, my icon. So he said, yeah, this is actually Moon. And there's no way to verify it. But I had, like, the fucking Carfax. So he couldn't do that to me. So,
Bro, I never been in like a beef like that. I don't think I've ever.
I have more arguments with my friends on Twitter, like on a fucking more beef shit than like, you know, other shit I have. Because like, I mean, I guess even those people are YouTubers, I don't look at it as like a YouTube beef because I'm coming at them like, you know, in a more personal sense. Like,
Right.
nothing that wild.
yeah. And I'm not like ready to jump at niggas. I'm just trying to like stay in my lane and do what the fuck I want. If a nigga comes at me, be it. But I prefer it not have to come to that. But if it does, whatever.
I low-key want to be in a YouTube beef though.
That shit's good for view counts and shit.
All right,
Bro,
Omega.
I wanna be in a beef where I'm iDubbbz in the shit. You know,
All right,
like,
Omega.
I have all this ammunition.
I'm gonna drop an Omega exposed video in 2 weeks. You better have mine. Let's go. We're gonna start.
No, because like the reason why I want to be in a YouTube beef is because I legitimately think I could fucking ruin someone.
Like, do you think you could content cop somebody? Like, fuck them up?
Yeah, I think like
I
would
think
just
me,
Omega
Omega,
has
and
the
Fabian
production.
could all content
Omega has
cop
the
each other.
production to do that.
Oh, dude, we could content cop the fuck out of
If
each
Omega
other.
one day tried to like dox me or some shit, he's getting content copped. Like, I'm going to go like full J-Roar mode and pull out the fucking Skype calls and just like pull out
Dog,
the Skype.
I have terabytes on terabytes of shit that the
For
both of
real.
you have said. Like, I will end
Don't
that
fucking
shit.
cross us, Omega. Never leave this podcast, or we'll lose all semblance of fame.
Oh shit.
I would never be the nigga to initiate the beef, but I want to be in a beef so that way I can Hakai someone, literally make them disappear. Just
You've
put
done
my
that
hand
before.
up. How? What do you mean?
To me.
What do you mean, dog?
You don't have to wonder what that's like. You've already done it.
No, but I mean like in a YouTube sense, like it's like, you know what I'm saying, when the Fire Nation attacked and shit. I'm like the nigga just like, you know, attacking back, and I
Right.
fucking win. You know, it'd be pretty cool. But if I lose though, that would be like very embarrassing.
Oof.
I don't have to worry about that because I'm an irrelevant sack of shit, and no one would want.
You're
beef with
on
me
the extremely
because-
popular Secret Podcast.
No, actually,
You're right.
Quarter. What's the place you work for again?
Freddy's.
Freddy's. Okay, you could start a beef with a Burger King employee.
No. Dead ass. There's a so like Freddy's is like we make steak burgers, right? It's like different than regular burgers. It's like fucking retarded. Like it just costs extra money. That's all. But like, and there's another place in town called Culver's that also does steak burgers. And one day, the entire manager staff from Culver's came and ate at Freddy's.
No.
And then when they were done, they pulled all the managers from Freddy's out and were telling them what was wrong with our food. And my GM, I'm not kidding, pulls out the sales report. And he says, "Are you guys doing these numbers?"
Oof.
And then they got up and left. I was like, why are we set tripping right now? All these burgers and shit.
That sounds like a
And
movie in the
then-
making, bro.
And then, like, dead ass, I'm not kidding. I looked down at my shirt and I was like, we're red and they're blue. And I was like,
God.
no.
If
This is too
Pyros and
this is
Cribs, oh,
way
God,
too
Lord,
poetic. Like,
they
there's
probably
just
gonna
no
be
way.
down by the end of this song.
I saw
Okay.
that whole shit go down in the lobby, and I was just like, "There's just no way this is my life, dog." Like, we're really
That shit is
set
dope.
tripping over fucking steak burgers right now, dog.
At least you're red, because if you were blue, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I just couldn't do that.
I wonder why they did that.
Like that's what I'm saying. They're like right up the street, and they just came like at like noon and just sat down and ate, and we were just like, "Dog, okay," but we do really fuck them up. Their food is shit. So
Tell him
eat
one
it,
more time.
Freddy's. Eat it, Freddy's.
This
That's-
nigga got pride in his fucking in his goddamn state.
I
in
mean,
his
dog,
goddamn
I've like
job,
literally, I've fucking worked there for like almost a year now, and like I really like working there. It's like
I literally
my
have
favorite
pride in
job I've
nothing
ever
that-
had.
I have pride in nothing that I do.
I have pride.
This nigga finds pride like that's dope. Like I wish I could be prideful of the shit I do.
I'm prideful of like my family. I'm prideful of my job. I'm prideful of my town that I live in, because it's the only respectable place in the entire Midwest, besides like fucking Chicago and Detroit. And that's it. I don't have pride. I don't have pride in myself. But
Did you
know,
mention your dad
everything
and
else.
your brother?
I said family.
Okay,
Pride in my family.
just making sure.
I have more pride in them than I do in myself, for sure.
That's depressing. But what's more depressing, perhaps, is that Caitlyn Jenner is officially a woman. I
She
was
got rid of the.
She is officially a woman.
Wasn't she?
Oh,
wasn't she
the
always
surgery-
once
the
she got
surgery?
The
went through?
surgery, she has no more penis.
She had the
Oh.
peanuts for that long? I didn't
So
realize
now I
that.
can finally hit it. I'm
Oh,
happy.
no.
Am I the only
I-
person who thought she was gonna wait until this trial blew over and was gonna be like, now
All right,
that
wait. Riddle me this. Is it does a transvestite feel sexual pleasure? with
Yes.
The
from
makeshift
getting fucked in the
vagina?
ass or
They,
the
they, still,
vagina?
they, still, they take the same organs, like they turn them inside out. It's pretty much like they fold it in a sense to actually
So
create it.
it's
So
a-
they still
so
have
it's
all
a-
the same nerves
So
to
it's
have
an
the
origami
feeling.
pussy, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Or if you're a girl, they just like
Wait. Does it feel like how a nigga feels like when he's fucking, or does it feel like how a bitch?
see.
is-
That's
Yeah, we
the
can answer
age-old
that.
question.
We
Like,
can answer
is
that.
Is the pleasure that I feel the same that a girl would feel? Like, I'll never fucking know.
A
I mean, I guess
trans girl?
I could. No, just a regular girl.
I don't think so because you're.
because that's what I'm saying. Like if they want to make me a girl, they just flip my dick inside out.
No,
And
but
if they
see,
want
I-
to make a girl a guy, they just pull her clit straight out.
Is
I
that
think.
how it works?
Yeah, that's what they do.
What the? It's like, oh, that's just a little tip there. There you go. There's a full dick just hiding.
Character creation, just like
I don't-
extend this out.
I don't think you can get male genitalia when you're transitioning from a woman to a male.
I don't know how that works.
I mean,
I'm
just
not
like
doing
why
my
not?
research
Why
right now.
not?
Give me a second.
Why not just play Xenoverse? Like,
What?
No, Afro, fuck off. You don't get to just show disinterest in this. You have a thing for trannies.
I don't have a thing for trannies.
I'm gonna bring it to light. This nigga has the index, the encyclopedia on every
Ooh.
tranny by name.
Wait, is this true?
Okay. Look,
I have
no,
to
no, no,
question
no.
every single
I'm
girl
gonna give the Carfax because these niggas over exaggerate this shit to the max. All right.
This nigga
There
like
was
has
there was one time.
tabs on
There was
trannies, nigga.
no. Get the fuck out of here, you Makoto lover. Oh,
I don't bring this shit up again, bro.
I'll get Bird off. I'll get Birdo over clap y'all niggas. Right? Wait till I get Papa Birdo on y'all. You ain't gonna like me then. Nah, but the thing is, there was one time I was watching a video on YouTube, and there was this one woman I thought that was on my recommended, and I clicked it, and I'm just like, yo, she looks interesting. And then I was watching the video, I'm like, yo, she looks hella cute. I get to the end of the video, and she briefly, hella quickly talks about like her transition. Boom, just said it, kept on going. I'm like, what? Like, you know, like
meanwhile, his dick is in his hand.
Meanwhile, right, but my dick slowly, starts to turn. It's like, what? So, like, you know that, like, the cringe is too strong meme, nigga, that was me, right? Yeah. So at first I'm just like, all right, if I have to go through this fucking pain, all my followers going through this pain. So I put like, would you smash your pass on my Twitter? And then everybody's saying smash. I'm like, joke's on you, it's a nigga. So what now? What you know? So
crazy. This fucking bitch nigga over here, Dinosaurs, did the same thing.
He did the same shit to us.
For months. He would just drop a random link, like, guys, click this. We're like, oh, I don't want you because it's another fucking trade. And then he'll get so mad, like, you guys don't fucking click my shit. You guys are on my phone. No, shut up, bitch. And then we'll click it, and we're like, and he's like, would you fuck her? And we're like, yeah, sure. And he's like, it's a guy. I'm like,
oof.
One time, I'm sitting here playing Counter-Strike. I'm in the middle of a Counter-Strike match, and this kid pokes me on TeamSpeak, and he's like, yo, click on this real quick. I'm like, no, I'm playing a game. Like, it wasn't even that I didn't want to. And then he goes on this, like, he's just sending me Steam messages, like, at least 15. And he's like, I'm sick of this fucking bullshit. I have no real fucking friends on the internet. You're all pieces of shit. You would dare cross he who would swallow God? Like, you just came at me.
I probably said that.
And then I'm like, okay, let me tab out of my game so I can click this fucking link. And he goes, and it's just a fucking girl. And I'm like, okay. He's like, would you fuck her? And I quickly, sure. And then he's like, haha, joke's on you, it's a guy.
And the whole time he's like, dude, if this isn't a serious fucking link, I'm gonna block you.
The whole time I'm like, dude, if you really make me stop playing this fucking game for some dumb shit, I'm going to be fucking livid.
That was a swell fellow, I'll say.
I was so fucking mad.
Let's be honest though, were you really putting that much work in for the team before that?
Oh, come on. I mean, at that time, probably not. No, but it's the fucking principle. Dog.
It is the principle.
I'll never forget that till the day I die. I think, like, just getting this spam of Steam messages for fucking throughout my entire Counter-Strike match.
That was rather interesting.
So on the topic of trannies, and going back to that first question, you pull down the panties, and then you just see the Oscar like,
if they can check me for that long,
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you what I do. I'm like, people might not agree with me on this shit. I'll be really mad, nigga. I'll be really mad. Like, I might like have to fight. Like, I might.
Bro, like,
yeah, it didn't tell me
going
that.
up because before you're doing any of that, you probably made out and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll be really mad, nigga.
Yeah, that's unacceptable. That's first date. Shit you need to say.
That's before you go out on the date. She says, by the way, I have a cock.
But I'm saying is, like, if I'm on a first date with you and I don't know that you're a trap by that point.
Yeah.
Like, and we're like 10 minutes into coffee.
But the thing is, a lot of them take pride out of that though, like how much niggas they can trap. So like,
yo, the one that I showed the first time, I followed it for a bit because I was like just trying to I was trying to get my dick to like reconfigure itself to realize that's a dude.
Clear its temp files.
Yeah. I had to clear my penis's temp files and like tell myself like, okay, don't fall for this, all right? And I was training, right? So then I remember it was one vlog, like one video, she was talking about like how much she like sucking dick. Like, she just loves sucking dick, right? And then like she was just then talking about how like she likes doing it, but then not telling people that she was a fucking tranny.
Does that make you gay?
Well, no, it doesn't, because you believe it's a girl, and rightfully so. It's a believable genjutsu. You just gotta let you know what I mean? Fuck. What do you want to do?
I think I have a special gene, right? Where I immediately like I have a trap check. Like, before I ever do anything to a girl's under region, I always just slide a hand in just to make sure it's not a cock down there. You got to slide a hand down there, make sure fiddle around. That way, you can also get the feeling to be like, okay, are we working with roast beef here? You know, you get the
That
feeling.
is a thing. Here's the question though. Would you? Because you said you'd be mad if she didn't tell you by the time you were
Right.
about to fuck her afro. Would you guys be upset? Or would you? I guess the question is, would you fuck a trap?
Would I fuck a trap with knowing?
With the
Yes.
dick, no, I just couldn't.
With the dick.
Yikes.
But here's I think that in a few years, like maybe like 10, 15 years, there are gonna be traps that are pretty indistinguishable.
Oh yeah.
Because, like,
at that point,
because-
it's kind of like fuck Tinder. I gotta delete it. But-
There's like the traps that came up when they were like 22 and started transitioning to being a female, but then there's like traps who started transitioning when they're like 10, so they never,
Bro,
you know,
what's that nigga's name? Hold up. There's a nigga
maybe a
named
10-year-old trap or
No. Like Sydney Stardust. Now this nigga got the whole like works and shit.
Yeah, Sydney Star is low key scary. That's a scary trap,
Bro, like
I need
she'll let and like she has like a vagina and everything, and then like after like if you had like a bad breakup, she was like, and I was a nigga. Like, I was like, no, I'm not. Like, no, you wasn't. And like that's I can't deal with that shit. Like if you're not able to tell when you stick your dick in, it's like somebody's pussy don't feel right, but something.
See,
I'm
that's
feeling
another
some
thing.
bumps.
That's another thing too about bitches that, or I guess niggas that have transitioned. Does the pussy feel the same though? I need
I have
to know.
to doubt it.
I would say it's unlikely.
Because
I would say that it probably looks almost mutilated on the outside.
Like
It
I would
probably-
imagine man-made from like natural is like two different things. Like
Yeah.
like if it like in I don't have
a beach looks a lot
obviously-
better than a pool.
obviously I have a
I like you.
problem.
There
with
you go.
True.
the-
I like
the
that.
prospect,
I like you.
but like I don't know that like if it felt the same and everything was essentially indistinguishable. This person just so happened to be a man before. Clearly, like that would like mess my mind a little bit. But I don't know that would stop me. To be
I
honest,
think that we're going to be the last generation that cares about traps. Like, I don't think
For sure.
like the people who are
Yeah.
being born right now are not going to give a fuck if you were born a
Dude.
male or born a female.
like the people before us probably felt the same way towards like I don't know fucking
Racial.
like gays or some bullshit or racial or
Yeah.
whatever. Like it's probably like the same thing. They're just like it's probably I didn't
Like,
even
if
think
you
about
grew
it.
up,
Yes,
like,
yeah.
the idea to me is
Yeah.
still, like, kind of gay. You know,
Yeah.
like, if
Yeah.
if like, I'm fucking a trap, like, that's
And I can
right.
imagine my kid in the future being like, "Wow, Dad, you wouldn't love a tranny." I'm just like,
Like nigga, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but to him, I'll be like the old head. Like, oh, he's
Yeah.
old.
Yeah,
But my
That's kind of crazy because, like,
That's
I
kinda
really,
wild.
I think if you asked us a few years ago, I don't think anybody would have said, like, I bet everybody was like, no, I'm really open minded. Like, I'm not going to be that guy when I'm 50. But, like, we're going to be that guy when we're 50. Because, like, there's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to fuck a trap. Like,
Well,
to be
because
honest
like
with you.
here's like if you've ever seen, there's a Bill Burr stand-up where he's talking about people who like in sports who transition, right? And he's like,
Yeah.
what if a male MMA fighter transitions and he goes into female MMA?
yeah, that's not.
That's
fair.
already happened.
That's a dickless dude
That's already
beating
happened.
the shit out of women.
Has it? Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Like
Yeah.
he's just beating the shit. Like that shouldn't be allowed. But
Yeah.
like in 50 years, I might just be the crazy old dude. You
No,
know?
but here's the thing. Like that's a completely different thing. Like these women are biologic. Like it depends. If this guy, like I wouldn't care as much if it, like I said, if it's like a 10-year-old transitioning, like throughout her puberty or like throughout, you know what I mean?
So that way she never became an actual man.
Yeah, like
before.
they had puberty blockers. They then became a female essentially throughout like their teenage
Right.
years or something. Then you
Right.
didn't really like grow up like as a male, so you didn't like gain
Right.
super broad shoulders. You didn't gain the muscularity and the bone structure of a man. But if you're 22 and you transition to be a female after that, like you have the bone structure and the muscularity and everything of a man.
Yeah, you
So you
probably
can't
got
hop in the
stubble,
ring.
yeah.
You can't hop in the ring with
Yeah.
a female. Like you're literally going to
you're just
kill
gonna
her.
Yeah.
Because-
It's like a tennis player, like a dude tennis player. He's like 82nd in the world, then he becomes a woman, and he's just beating the shit out of the fucking.
Could you
tennis
imagine
ball.
Brock Lesnar
Like-
getting? Oh my
That's
god!
what I'm saying. Like if Brock Lesnar switched over to female MMA, he would fucking kill people.
He
Clean
still kills
house.
people
He
regardless.
kills people now.
I don't know how I feel about that at all.
But that's the thing. In like 10 years, I might be the asshole. You know?
Oh, yeah, we're
You
definitely
know
going to
what
be
I
the
mean?
asshole to some degree. Because, like, I just don't know that. I don't know that we're going to be open enough to that. But that's the thing. Is that like a preference thing? Like, I don't necessarily care if you fuck a trap. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Who
right.
fuck-
I don't
Like,
care,
but that's
yeah.
the thing. Like, people before would be like, oh, you can't fuck a black guy or you can't fuck a white guy. You know what I mean? Like, that sort of thing. Like,
Right.
I don't know that we'll be considered as ridiculous as our older generations are.
Yeah, because I mean, one thing to bridge a gap to is like with gay people, for example, like people just thought that like you shouldn't be gay, like that's not even an option. Like we don't care if you're trans, we don't care if you fuck a trans, but that's just not
a trans.
That's just not our cup of tea.
Yeah.
There was a kid like there's some kid in Texas, like thought he was a girl, right? Or no, what was it? It was a guy who thought he was a girl, and they wouldn't let him wrestle. Like he transitioned to girl, and they wouldn't let him wrestle in the girls wrestling, so he had to stay in the guys wrestling. And then he beat all the guys, and then they were like, "Oh, he's a girl, that doesn't count."
That's bullshit.
And he was like, "What the fuck? Like what do you mean that doesn't count?"
Good thing they didn't let him though, because he would have fucking killed those women.
That's true. He would have probably beat.
If he cleared out the guys, just imagine what he would have done.
Yeah,
and that's not fucking sexist, by the way. It's just a fact.
Maybe that was a product.
I'm sorry. Like it's just like we said. Like if Brock Lesnar right now became a woman and decided he wanted to fight MMA,
and that's the thing. If it's just a matter of saying I'm a female,
right?
Like if it's essentially like if we're just gonna like say that.
Apparently that's what you could do.
I mean, yeah. Apparently, like like there's gender fluidity or whatever. Like, but if that's the case, then yeah, like. Let's say some bitch starts wiling out at the club and she starts hitting me. I'm gonna be like, guys, I'm gender fluid and right now I'm a girl. And I'm gonna beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, like fucking. I saw a Vine like that where some girl slacked this guy and he just goes, he said, "Nah, bitch, you about to run this fade. I identify as a woman." And he just throws a wig on. He just throws a wig on and starts fucking swinging. Like that's what it like. If that's what it is, then like that could happen, you know.
Look
like,
at my man's with the dog.
Let's talk about how Afro has the same chair I have for his fucking dog.
Oh.
Well, no, like the thing is, I bought this chair for like if I have company over, but like my dog cries when he doesn't get on my lap, so just goes in the chair.
Look at that. The chair that Omega would find comfortable, Afro just gives it to his dog. Look at that.
I'm being like, I'd rather him just shut the fuck up. So I have to do what I have
look at that
do,
chair.
Bro.
That thing is vile.
This is the chair for a dog.
It's much,
Yo, hi,
that chair is much worse in person. Like it doesn't. You can't tell how bad it is. So you have
Ooh,
to
I feel like Anne Frank said in that chair. Shit.
I
That
probably
chair
look
sees
like her.
history. That chair has seen history, bro.
Like I tell the story like every 10 minutes on the podcast, but like I just was literally coming home like I had a really shitty chair. It almost couldn't be classified as one. And then I saw this nice chair that somebody put in their trash one day. This was 5 years ago, and I put it in the back of my trunk and came home with it.
I feel like if you tweeted that chair
What's the
out,
difference between Anne Frank and Helen Keller?
Oh,
Helen Keller was blind, deaf, and mute. And
sometimes I mix them up though, so I'm asking like, what is the actual difference?
I'm pretty sure Anne Frank could use all of her senses. I think
Yeah.
that's the
But could
difference.
But could she?
yes, she could because she
Yes.
wrote down in her journal, and I'm sure she would have mentioned that she couldn't see.
But did she have like? But could she really? When you think into the counter, like she didn't really have the freedom to do all that stuff. You know?
But she did.
No,
at
because
one
she
point,
did because she
whereas-
slicked all over that fucking little patio
Oh,
they were
yeah,
on.
That's
or whatever.
true.
She did, yeah.
And she
Yeah.
wrote about it. Like that's kind of interesting.
Isn't it weird that like that's a required reading in fucking
And like
middle
third
school?
grade or something.
But like if you think about it, this is just some little girl's diary from the fucking 40s. Like, we're just reading this little girl's diary. Like that's fucking weird.
She's dead.
Yo,
She won't care.
low-key-
Tales of a Good Hide and Seeker.
Oh, this might be fucked up to
Oh,
say.
God, Moon.
Oh no,
did
I'm
he
not
say?
accepting
What
that.
did he say?
You said tales of a good hide and seeker, bro. Like,
Not good enough.
I'm not accepting that.
But not quite good enough.
I
Yo,
love this.
fucking chill out, bro.
Could you
Chill out.
imagine the kind of freak Anne Frank could have been?
Yo, I'm about to
Definitely.
fucking.
Yeah, no,
like,
If
I'm
we're
not-
gonna talk about girls
Yeah.
that got held, you know what I mean, like got like
Check
held
out.
back and like constricted, that's the ultimate constriction. If you literally can't leave your room,
Oof.
you know,
Babe, come over. I can't. I'm in my room. Or I'm
She was
coming.
doing all kinds of tricks with that pussy. She'd call her a magician, right?
for sure.
Like,
Nice.
She could have been doing. She could have been great. That's all I'm saying.
Helen Keller. She ain't telling nobody.
Yeah, I mean, what's she gonna do?
Okay, I have a question. So like, there's all these quotes from Helen Keller, right? How did she learn the English language?
I think
She
she braille.
couldn't hear.
They shocked her
couldn't
like
see
every
it.
time she said it.
They gave her braille, but I don't know who taught her, but jeez.
Now she did Naruto hand jutsus or whatever with her,
Like,
with her caregiver
like,
or some shit.
she couldn't hear and she couldn't
Tiger,
see
bear, claw, bird.
or speak. So how was she like? Oh, you can be whatever you want to be as long as you're can fucking use all your senses. Like, how did she say shit like that?
I think she might be a myth. I'm gonna be honest.
Like the
I
lie.
believe in her. I believe in her like 10% more than I believe in Bigfoot.
True.
Yo, this is crazy, nigga.
I'm googling this right now.
I mean, whoever taught her, I think they gave her braille and shit, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
okay. So somebody in the chat said she used her hands, but here's the thing: like, if you're deaf, blind,
You
the
have
only-
no way to interpret anything.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you start touching something, but what does that mean? You
me
don't
too.
know.
Yeah.
Like, so the
And
question
even
is, how did
like
she
this-
learn it?
Hmm.
Hey Siri, is Helen
Oh.
Keller a myth?
What the fuck, bro?
Okay, I found this on the web for is Helen Keller a myth?
Helen
There's
Keller
search
was
results.
Helen Keller was
Okay,
not
okay.
born blind or deaf, apparently.
So here's the thing. They would give her braille, right? And she would run her fingers across a braille word.
Run my fate.
And then they would like hand her an apple. And she would learn to associate this braille
with
with
the
this
apple.
object. And she would learn that that's an apple. But she didn't know the word apple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
She
then
just
she
know the-
like, so slowly through years of that process, she was able to articulate things that people would then translate.
But then how do you say red though? Like how can she know?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like, that's what.
How does she
like,
know good, great? How does she know any adjectives?
Like
right?
they
There's
said,
no way.
like this thing says, Helen Keller was no ordinary girl. She was blind and deaf, and as a result, she was not able to speak clearly in her whole life. It was Anne Sullivan who not only taught her how to read and write, but also gave her the definition of love.
It was Anne
Like,
Sullivan
Nick-
who not only wasted her
How
life.
did you know? How did you know Helen Keller really loved that woman? Like
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't know. She doesn't. She could not understand.
What if she was just trying to
abstract
say,
concepts.
"Leave me alone, you crazy"?
Yeah, for real.
But she's like, "Oh, she loves me." Like, pause.
Like
The
there's
scratch
just
marks.
no
to
way she
prove
can
it.
understand like abstract
I
concepts.
think we just busted this myth.
Myth
Debunk-
busted.
Yeah, something. I don't know what they said.
Like realistically, like I think I believe in her just 10% more than Bigfoot
There it is.
or the Loch Ness monster.
I think she was a real person, but I don't. I
No,
don't
yeah,
believe
she was
that
obviously a
she's-
real person.
But
She's
I don't
probably-
believe that she like said all these inspirational quotes.
Yeah,
it's probably like an abstract painting. Like she just said some shit. They're probably like, "That's what she meant."
like I think
Helen
she was
Keller
like sitting there
quotes.
at like the universities and like they had her hands on the braille. So she was like, and
Like,
then,
like for
That's how
example,
she
and then
talks
the bitch next to her goes, and as you can see, she just said that life is worth living. no
this
matter
is
what.
literally a quote. I'm literally reading this. It says, "Life is either a great adventure or nothing."
It's
Like
nothing in her case.
it's. I think really she was like, "You guys are fucking lucky you can see and hear." Like that's what that means.
She's probably
I
saying like, "Please pull the plug."
Like,
that's
honestly,
gone.
Is there a musket around with my name on it?
like
This is
How
an
are you-
appropriate quote. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. That's only true in Helen Keller's case.
bro, I don't feel like they're lying. Like, I don't feel like she really said it either.
Like there's no way. There's no way she said that.
You can't take a mute person and make Martin Luther King quotes out of her. That's a
Exactly. Like
I
you
think
can't
she's
just
a
make her the
myth.
poster child.
That's crazy. I'm pretty sure we just confirmed it.
Yeah.
Good job, team.
Do we have a unanimous decision?
I think,
I think
so.
I vote yes. We busted the myth.
I don't think Afro wants anything to do with this.
I keep
Nah,
on trying to get
bro.
him into like saying some wild shit. Like I was like,
Nah.
have you ever? Do you have any stories to tell about it? When you ate pussy?
This kind of goes well with the whole Anne Frank thing. If famous books had clickbait, what would they be? Jewish girl plays with her pussy, you know, little
What?
That would
That's
definitely.
wild.
that'd be some clickbait.
Try and think of something and see if we can like guess the book you're talking about.
You won't believe what happened
Yo,
to his
I'll be-
head. Game
I'll
of
be
Thrones,
good.
book 1.
All right.
All exclamation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm trying to think of
You
some
won't
good books.
believe what his friends did to him. The new Game of Thrones book, where Jon Snow is.
Here we go. This nigga retarded of Mice and Men.
What happens in that?
I was
The nigga's retarded.
I was gonna say this will blow your mind for Of Mice and Men.
I guess so. Somebody said Afro's doing his best Helen Keller impression.
Oh shit!
Holy shit!
All my Indiana Jones books would probably be "You won't believe what he found!" Exclamation point! Question mark! Question
All
mark.
of them.
All right, well, that topic got
Yeah, wild.
It's okay. I have a few more.
It's lit.
Okay. I believe we have somebody who's going to defend this somehow.
Okay.
Okay.
On's the best
Nintendo
girl.
stopping mini NES production sales.
You can't defend that.
Moon,
There's no way.
I don't care.
How would you?
he doesn't care.
That
He's
is
indifferent.
so stupid. The thing is, they made 2 of these. You cannot buy one for any less than like $250 minimum right now, and then they discontinue them.
Wait, so are you saying like you could not get one at all, like at any of your
Yeah.
stores?
No,
Yeah,
because
they're discontinued now.
they produce.
No, I know now. I'm talking about before though.
But yeah, like
How
they
did
came
you-
out and there was
From
like
day
20 of
one.
them, and then all 20 of them got sold, and now they're all on eBay.
From
See,
day
like
one.
I saw them several times. Every time I went to my GameStop, I always saw them there. Every time I went to
Really?
Fry's, I saw them there. Yeah, every time.
Hey.
So I remember when you made that tweet, I was just like, huh, like
I
didn't know
never.
that-
I haven't seen
I-
one in any of my
I have
stores.
I've never seen it.
really, wow.
Yeah.
Never.
I've
I
never
don't
seen
know,
a
bro.
Switch though, so
I actually thought about it a few times because I saw it there and I saw like how hype Rhyme was about it. I'm just like, maybe.
For
I didn't want to
older-
waste my money.
Like,
So I knew
wanted
that.
one
controller
so
was short.
fucking bad, but like
why though?
I
Like,
actually
don't
have
you
an old
an
NES. Yeah, I have an old NES.
I
so
do,
I'm
but
just
like you
no
gotta
need.
pay for the fucking cartridges though, and it's gonna be way more to pay for those games separately on cartridges than it would be to just spend the $60.
To
on
be
that.
fair-
plus you get it connected just straight up HDMI. That's another big thing.
Aren't
without
most of
having
these
to fucking
games
do it.
on the eShop or Wii Shop or whatever?
I'm not
bullshit?
gonna play my Wii U.
Or Switch or whatever. Like I'm pretty sure these will be available. I don't know.
Not on the Switch,
They'll be
And if
available
they
for a
are on
month
this-
on the Switch.
and they're not on the Switch. And if they ever do get on the Switch, they'll be available for $10 to $15 a pop.
Which is thievery. Whatever.
So alternatively,
Nintendo
you
could
could
fuck sometimes.
you could emulate them.
I do not. I don't know what it is. I just don't like emulation. Unless
That
it's for
is
like fucking
emulation.
Smash.
I always try to
I mean,
like
I guess
buy the
technically
game
it
if
is.
possible, but if I have no choice, I guess I have no choice.
I mean, like, there's not that many games like those. There's not that many of those old games that I would like to play, and the ones that I will, or the ones that I would like to play, I would just get, like I've got my GameCube, I've got my N64. I don't really care to play like a game that literally looks like a pixel, so that's about as far back as I go. And the games that I want to play are like Smash 64, Smash Melee.
Right.
Well, it depends
Like-
because for like YouTube and like capturing, if I'm just playing it on my own for my own leisure, I don't really care. But if I'm trying to upload it to YouTube and I care about the quality, I might emulate it if I'm capturing through my N64 and the quality shit.
That makes sense.
Because that's exactly what I did for Conquer. Because my N64 like places were just unplayable, and I had to just go and emulate it. That
Like the thing about that is like if I'm playing like one of those emulators, like I'm really not trying to play with like an Xbox controller,
oh, I got a N64 B thing, so I just plug in my actual N64.
I accidentally bought one of those one time when I was trying to find a controller for my N64. Like I was like, oh, an N64 controller for like $10 at the used bookstore. And so I got that, got home, went to go plug it in. I'm not fucking with you. I didn't notice until I went to plug the thing into the, and then I tried sticking a USB stick into a goddamn N64. And I was like, are you fucking me? So then I had to go buy another one. That was $20. And if you couldn't tell by my chair, I'm poor.
You're saying I keep cutting off?
Yeah, like your mic will cut out randomly when you're talking.
Oh,
Bro, I don't know what it is, but like poor jokes always get me. Like I used to be like I just find them fucking hilarious. It's just so funny.
Yeah.
They're funny. They are funny. Like because they're so creative. Like you can, I don't know. I know fucking Omega was the king of that shit. Omega would say like some
Well,
funny
right.
ass shit. Like when you said those poor jokes, like those shits will fucking kill me. I don't know, man. It's like my weakness.
They also
like,
killed me too, very slowly.
Jesus
all
Christ.
that money is fucking good.
I appreciate poor jokes, especially when you come from that situation. So I feel like I could appreciate that.
Yeah, that's really what it is, though. Because it's like you can relate.
It's like you can't touch me, nigga. I've been through this. You can't. I'll make a dad joke, starving joke, poor joke, nigga. I'm living it, boy.
I've been through like I've been through like starving situation back when my dad didn't have a job or anything. Like back when the recession first hit, like it was kind of rough and shit, and I actually had to go through that. But when he got a job, that's when things got a little better. But
Yeah, that recession hit and it just kept hitting.
yeah.
A little like my dad would have kept hitting if had he stuck around.
Oh my god.
That's relatable as fuck. What's the worst thing your dad ever did to your
Right.
mom?
I will not say because it's very personal.
So I'll say
I'm being dead ass.
That's crazy.
Dog,
won't
one
say?
time, my dad was a serious ass man. When he wanted to have Burger King, he was gonna have Burger King. Okay,
Like
So-
Kendrick's dad with Domino's, you would say.
exactly. So my dad comes home. He I think he called my mom and said, "Hey, I'm gonna bring home Burger King." She's like, "Yeah, whatever." So he comes home and he's got Burger King, and she's like, "I already ate," and he said, "You're eating this Burger King. I brought home Burger King," and she said, "I'm not hungry," and he said, "Word," and dead ass took a machete to my mom's fucking face.
What?
I'm not fucking around. Like, this man is serious. So any prospective wives I might have out there, just know that, you know, I've got great genes.
I know, like the one thing my dad did. I don't remember what they're talking about because I was a kid. I remember like my dad picked my mom up by the throat. I'm just like,
That takes a lot of
Yeah.
strength.
yeah, I'm just looking. I'm just like, yo, like I don't know what's happening. Like at first I was just looking. I was just like, and then it hit me. I'm just like my mom's feet are like not touching the ground. I'm just like, it's like,
That's
and
Crazy.
then,
That's wild.
like they never talk about that though. I was kind of confused. I'm just like,
Are they still together?
no, they're not. Like they broke up for like cheating and shit like that. But
True.
that one incident was not the reason why.
That's not a nice thing to experience.
I
I
still
still don't understand.
It didn't register at the time. Like,
Huh? No, I didn't. I was just like, at first, I'm just like, yo, her feet are off the ground. Then I started crying because I got scared, but I didn't get it. Like I asked my mom about that, and she said she didn't like that. That's it. I'm like, that's
I wouldn't like it either.
That's it. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't be a fan of that.
yeah, like obviously you didn't like it. Well, fuck.
I'm not into that BDS type shit.
Jesus.
I don't know, bro. That shit was something else.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I remember
That's
dead ass
awesome,
running
man.
away from my dad one time when he came to pick me up. Like, I just have this super vivid memory when, like, I was like 4. I was like, he came in his dump truck because he was like a dump truck driver. And like, he gets out of the dump truck and I'm like, shit, there's only one guy in the world who drives a dump truck. And so I'm dipping. I'm like 4 years old though, so my feet are like this big. And I'm like running to my fucking crib. I'm like, big kids, help me get to my fucking house. Everyone runs away too. It's like they were all warned. If a dump truck comes, run. So I start dipping to the house. And for whatever reason, I'm 4 years old. They locked me out. They locked me out. I'm sitting there banging, crying on the door, like, Mom, let me in. He's here. He's gonna steal me. And they never opened the door. Like, my dad comes, picks me up, and he's like, hey, mijo, this was like, starts kissing me on the fucking cheek with his like stabbing ass beard. And I'm just like, dog, please don't fucking touch me with that beard. I'm really gonna have to while out on you. So he sticks me up in his fucking dump truck, and I'm stuck up here because this shit's like 20 feet fucking tall. You know, like, I can't do anything about that. And my mom's like, let him out. And he's not letting me out. Like, I'm just like, I get fucking kidnapped. Like, what the fuck?
Oh shit, boy.
Holy shit.
That's wild.
That
Yeah.
is insane.
My dad's like a serious dude, you know?
Between the machetes and dump trucks, dog, this thing is fucking wild.
Oof.
And that's just what I'm willing to say.
I feel like you were touched as a child. Am I on the nose with this?
Fondled?
That I wasn't. Thank God.
I
That
thought
I
you
don't
were
know.
about to say,
I don't know
that
if
I
I'd be able to get
was.
over that. Like, I
Really?
can get
That
over
much
my
of a
dad
pussy.
kidnapping me and like I wasn't there to witness. My mom gets like her face like sliced off, but you know. I
Do you
can get
guys
touched.
ever have like this, I don't know, like a get rich scheme or like a dream that like you do something like here's my dream that I just never have to work. I'm on a plane and like some ISIS type nigga starts going off, ready to blow off the plane, and me throughout some act of heroism, deck this nigga out and saves the plane and become a national hero. And then boom, get all these deals and never have to work a day in my life. And I go on cam and I was like, yo, put fucking KK Rule in Smash Bros. And then put him in, and then like my life is so like if I do anything amazing and I get on the news, I'm dropping put King K Rule in Smash Bros. Bye. Oh, that is my dream. Like I would go to fucking Cleveland, fucking deck this nigga just to go on the camera and just to say, bro, put King K. Rule in Smash Bros.
You take his fucking Facebook Live camera, you just start.
Bro, I turn this nigga in, bro, because that nigga's a fuck, bro. And I become a hero, and I don't have to work a day in my life. I don't know if it really works like that, but that's just my dream.
You definitely write a book.
In a perfect world.
Yeah, you can
You
definitely
gotta write.
tell all.
You gotta write the book.
You gotta read a book or
No, you
write
gotta
one.
write it. You gotta write it.
You don't, he doesn't even have to write it though in this day and
you
age.
don't
Just
have
ask
to write
Zoella
it.
or
I
anyone
just
else.
pace up and down in my room as someone like just whittles away on Microsoft Word and types it for me.
Or you get a
pretty much.
biographer. So you're gonna have to spend money to make money here.
There
But-
it is.
But it's a minute amount of money. Because
Yeah.
if you were the guy who stopped this Cleveland guy walking around with a fucking Facebook Live camera, just like killing everyone, like, and
That
you
shit will be
stop that guy,
sponsored, boy.
and you're like, imagine he's on the camera for a little bit, you know, he's definitely a national hero.
Yeah.
Like everyone's
sure.
gonna remember him for at least
Anytime,
3 days.
anytime like shit goes bad, like I just imagine like what would I do in that situation? Would I be running? Like when that nigga was like, remember that Batman shooting nigga and shit? Like
Yeah.
I don't know, like I don't know what I'll do in that situation, like fight or flight, but sometimes I'll be like, yo, in that situation, I'm rushing this nigga. Like
That's what I'm saying. Like, so many less people would die if like me and 3 other people just ran at him. You know?
Like, I don't know
'Cause,
how-
Yeah, because he's not gonna. If he's got a handgun, he can't cap all 3 of you by the time you get.
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Like, and even if he does, like, I mean, okay, if he does, you're fucked.
I'm
But, like,
I'm probably
but,
fucked
like, I'm
regardless,
saying,
but
I
at least like I get remembered for 3 days. You know?
I just
like,
want
I don't know. I don't believe in like if this nigga's shooting up a fucking movie theater. I don't believe in his ability to cap all 3 of us. 3
yeah,
clean
he
headshots,
can't rush
you know
all of
what
us
I
as
mean?
one.
Like, I don't trust him. I'll rush that nigga.
Like we're probably still all gonna die.
I just want
But
to.
either way, we were
like a
gonna
fucking
die.
Cattle.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to die like a fucking cow.
Nah,
I'd rather
for me,
die.
like, I remember when I went to go see Ghost in the Shell, I talked about this on the podcast, but there was this one dude with this long ass hair, long ass black leather trench coat, and he had a backpack, and I'm like, we're getting shot at. So like the entire time, like I have an eye on him while he's walking, and it's like I'm watching an anime. Like my one eye is like looking at the screen, my other eye is just like dead shot focus on him. The moment he like moved or got up, I just got ready to just like pounce on him because like we're not about to get capped, not all of us. And I remember he got up. And I'm just like, this is it. It's fight or flight, Omega. But then he had to go to the bathroom. And then I was like, all right, easy. But yeah.
The thing
That's
is about that
wild.
kind of situation is like, you know how like sometimes you'll be like thinking to yourself like, just ask for a number, just ask for a number, just ask, but you can't. Like I'm like, is that gonna happen to me the day that I need to like jump on this guy with a gun?
Just like
You know what I mean?
Tackle him, but you can't move.
Yeah, like that's kind of crazy.
No, I'm saying like, think about it like the whole situation. Like I'm saying one thing, but I don't know what the hell I'll do like when it's pulled in front of me and shit.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
because like everybody would like to think that you would act in that situation.
Yeah.
You know, but you just won't fucking know until you're in that situation. Like because
So if
like,
anyone's looking to hold me at gunpoint, I'll be at the Regal Manassas Theater.
Small meet and greet.
see,
this
like
location.
I know I would fight because like that's just in my thing. Like I know if someone robbed me for money, I'm probably gonna die because I'm just not like
Yeah.
that doesn't compute with me. Like I worked hard for this. You're not
Bro,
just gonna do that. Like
I had those like type of shit.
can't do that.
Oof,
Nigga,
yeah.
I'm so broke. This nigga try to rob me. He'll end up owing me money.
like you pull out your wallet and you're just like, I haven't eaten in 3 days.
He
He's
try
like,
to
"Oh,
rob
do
you. He takes your
he's like-
debt instead.
Like, oh, do you need $20? Like,
I remember, bro. Oh, I forgot about this, bro. This happened like a fucking few weeks ago. It was like 3 in the fucking morning. I went to downtown San Diego because sometimes I have this craving for a teriyaki bowl at Jack in the Box, and for some fucking reason, it makes sense because not too many people get that, but they always don't like have rice on deck because it's just sitting there, right? So I went to the one Jack in the Box near me, didn't have it. Another one over there didn't have it. So I had to go downtown. Thing about downtown, as a lot of downtown areas are, it's always like a gang of homeless and shady looking fucking people. It's always like that, right? So I see this one shady ass Jack in the Box. It took me a bit. I'm just driving around, nigga. I'm just kind of like, bro. Like, bro.
All this for a fucking teriyaki.
All that's for a teriyaki bowl, right? So I'm just like, fuck. These niggas are looking at me too. Like I'm seeing the Sharingan. Like when like I'm done with the Naruto references. Let me chill out. But like I'm seeing all these eyes, boy, like red eyes everywhere and shit. All right, bro. Like fuck. Like I like my car. Let me go in here. I have enough space, so some shit pops off. Like I guess I'm gone. So I drive in there. In the minute I stop my car, bro, you have like two girls coming at me with like 4 niggas walking slowly up to the car, like from like one direction. I'm just like, bro, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm not doing this. I just went home. Like I forgot about that. Yo, holy shit. But when I was gone, I'm just over here laughing in the car, just like, not me, nigga. Not me, nigga. Yeah, but like downtown San Diego, I'm sure a lot of downtown places, but like there's a lot of like robberies that happen at gunpoint. Not too many murders, but just like niggas just get robbed left and right at gunpoint. Like,
bro, I remember it was like a few months ago when I first got my 50mm lens for my camera. Me and my brother went out into like the city to go take some night shots or whatever, and like we're just chilling, and we're by this statue at this like city hall kind of thing or whatever, and out of nowhere some like old white dude just like turns the corner of like where the statue was, because the statue protruded a lot. So this old dude turns the corner and he's walking towards me and my brother. I'm like, okay, we've got a camera in our hands. One of two things is about to happen. This nigga's like gonna come clap us and like rob us, or like he's just a homeless nigga asking for money. Turns out that it was just a homeless nigga asking for money, right? So he's just like, yo, y'all got any money? I need to like pay for my sister's surgery or some bullshit. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Unfortunately, I don't carry cash. But we were right across the street from like a CVS. So he's like, just go in the CVS, they have an ATM right there, dog. And I'm just
that
like,
shit is infuriating.
I'm like, interesting prospect. And while I appreciate your offer, I'm out. So we just like walked out. So yeah, that was quite awkward because it was late at night too. So like the streets were dead silent. Like he could have clapped us if he wanted. He could have wore our skin probably.
Bro, when I was like, I lived in like a different part of New Jersey before I had a homie, bro. His dad used to do construction work, and they didn't really like. It was like back in the day, so they didn't really like deposit a check into a bank account. They handed him like an actual check that he had to deposit himself. And my friend told me that his dad, there would be days where his dad didn't bring home no money, and that was because there was this gang guy. He would wait for him outside of his work and pull like he had like a jacket on, and he put like a gun under the jacket and follow his dad to the fucking ATM as he deposited the check and then took the check out for him. But apparently, bro, it was some wild. That shit went on for like a couple months, my nigga. Like his wife, not his wife, but like my friend's mom was just like angry with him every day. Like, where's the fucking money? He thought you doing drugs or shit. And then like couple weeks down the line, he said that, oh, the guy left. Like my dad started bringing home money again. Apparently the guy got like shot in like fucking gang related shit. So it was like, oh my goodness, that was a bullet.
That's
but like,
wild.
could you imagine leaving work and some nigga just roll up on you? Like, yeah, we about to go cash this check real
like
quick.
In school, like when you walk in, the bully's like, all right, dog, it's that time. I need me an extra chocolate milk.
Bro, I don't know what I'll do in that situation. Like some nigga just what?
Bro, nah, I'm not standing for that. Like, I'm not about to just work to just give it to somebody. Oof. Nah, boy, I'm dying. But
like the way how he explained it to me, like he would leave the building and the guy would like just post up at the side of the door where you and like leave out, and like he would just like come up behind and put he would wait for him. Like I don't even know how to like just know like just walk. That's why it's so beneficial that like I do YouTube, bro. I don't have to go outside like that. Like I really am thankful for just that shit alone, because like I'll be dead. Like I wouldn't do that shit. Yeah,
I'll just die.
I
was never raised like that.
I appreciate living in like a shitty small sort of town like I do, because I don't have to deal with anything like that. Like, but I so want to live in like New York, but at the same time, like, do I want to like look like a pussy ass bitch and have somebody like chase me to my fucking ATM to make me pull out 550 for them? Like, I don't know about that, you know. Like, that's the kind of shit that would definitely happen to me. Like, they just smell it on me.
Yeah. If I were to put a gun to anybody's back and follow them to the ATM, it'd be you.
Yeah.
This Corner's a giant, Afro's black, Moon is just too cute. I'd want to fuck him. It's just.
And maybe here's the biggest thing is like, I'm indescribable. Like you can't be like he's that what Asian. What?
Yeah.
I don't know how to. Like I never
He
get
looks like
found.
fucking-
You know what I mean? If
He
they
looks
did
like
kill
every
me,
other guy ever.
yeah. I'm
I
dead.
feel it.
You know. Is what it
You
is.
could do a crime and they'll fuck up on the police sketch.
Yo.
Dog, chill.
My boy just got ideas.
Chill.
Wait, what do
This
you want
man
to do?
This man could literally rob a bank with his mask off, and like they would never fucking catch him.
I'm about to become a phantom thief.
Yo,
Bro.
let's go, bro. Let's go to North Korea. Change my
He
boy
doesn't
Kim
even need to
Jong
rip
Un's
off
heart.
a mask or whatever when he gets his persona. He's just like, oh, I guess my persona's here. You know, he's just.
I guess my Persona's here. Nigga didn't get like the Persona 5 patch notes still on Persona 4 and shit. Like, that's funny.
Definitely, if I was gonna pull off like a robbery, I'd probably go to like Texas or something, and I'd literally just like have a sticky note in my. I'd have like sticky notes in my hand. I'd just write, "Give me all the money, or you're dead," and slip it under there, and she'd see. You know, like if you do that, they're literally supposed to give you the money.
Yeah.
Like obviously, they're gonna like click the alarm or whatever, but I'm in and out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That is.
That's fucking insane. You
I'm
could
gay.
just do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you want to be there with me, Xavier? You want to be the
you
getaway
know,
driver?
I'm good. You definitely don't want me driving.
No.
I would-
Oh yeah,
I
with your
can't
fucking
drive.
3-year-old contacts in, your fucking eyes are probably like
Yeah,
literally about to fall
I
off.
can't drive.
Well,
And I mean, frankly, I assume we're using my car, and that thing's only gonna get us about 2 blocks. So
You know what I was just realizing? In the show Prison Break, right in the beginning, if Michael Schofield was black, he'd have had a bullet in his head, and that would have been the end of the show.
that's true.
what's that? Facts.
He robs a bank at the beginning, and then he comes out and he's
Yeah.
got like 2 guns in his hand, and then he drops them after like the 8th time that they ask him
Yeah.
to.
Like, drop it, drop it,
That's
drop it. He's
8
like, okay, I guess
times?
I'll drop
Oof.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, they
then-
literally
no.
say drop it like 7 times, but because
They
he's
literally
white,
would-
he's like, and I'm pretty sure he's in Chicago. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, if that was a black dude, they wouldn't have even said drop it. It would have just been fucking, it's over.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What's that, man?
Someone's retweeting like the pictures of the people that died in this shit. I don't
Oh
wanna see-
jeez.
Come on,
Are you talking about like the gruesome pictures or what?
No. Like, not like the actual like body bag shots, but just like the people. I don't want to see it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, me either. Where can I find him? Just so I know where to stay away. No.
Well, I don't think you're following the same people I'm following.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
All right. I think we could probably have this last question and maybe get to wrapping it up.
Okay.
All right.
What's something that screams insecurity to you? Why is he?
you,
Why is
Omega.
Omega?
No.
Fuck you, Omega. You fucking piece of shit. He was gonna say quarter, 100%.
Really?
I thought he was
so?
looking. I thought
Weren't
he was
you,
gonna come
you
at me.
little fucking-
Honestly,
Weren't you, you little fuck? Weren't you?
which one of us were you gonna come at?
Weren't you? Come on, say it, pussy.
I was gonna come at quarter.
Thank you. I knew it as soon as I saw his face. I looked right at him.
Yo, what screams security is like niggas that flex everything they get. They just flex, bro. They chase the trends. They just look too cool, and they always updated cool. Like they're not just cool and moving on. Like nah, they always try to be the new cool, bro. Yeah, that screams security.
For
Like a
me, it's
shout.
when like someone's in a relationship and every day they make one of those super long like romantic posts about their fucking boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever.
I don't know that that's insecurity, but
I mean, I feel like the need to like broadcast that you're in this loving relationship every fucking day. You know what I mean? Like I'm just
I
getting
think
spammed
that's-
with that shit.
I think that's immature people.
I don't know. I feel like that's like you're just like that relationship's
but-
probably not as good as you're trying to make it
Yeah,
seem.
but it
like,
can be an indication of insecurity.
yeah, that's all I'm saying. That shit is wild.
Mega?
Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I guess people that just get defensive real quick, to be honest.
That's.
Defensive in
What
what
were
way?
you guys looking at?
I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying
Honestly, it does
defensive.
look
Like,
for both of you a little bit, but
No, because you and Xavier were just.
yeah, because I was personally for Xavier, but I guess if the shoe fits
Well, how is the shoe fits?
right now,
that right there is textbook insecurity.
Damn.
Textbook insecurity corner.
Damn.
That's not fair. I'm just curious. That's not fair. I'm like, I don't
Like
think I'm
if
very
if someone
insecure.
says ugly, I'm just like, all right, he's not talking to me. But if someone says pelican neck, quarter, how you feel?
That doesn't hurt my feelings anymore. All right, like let's relax. Okay.
Proper return.
Honestly though, like, we probably are insecure.
There it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
extremely
I'm not-
insecure.
I'm not insecure like that. Like I don't like. I'm pretty sure some people have levels of insecurities. My insecurities is more like not relatable sense. I don't even know. I mean, I could describe it. I don't think anybody gives a fuck. But
Bro.
I
for the
can
most
fuck.
part,
how would you say you're insecure?
well, my insecurities would be like I feel like I don't do enough. Like in general, like I just don't feel like I do enough. Like if I do a video, I feel like I need to do more. Like I'm never satisfied. I don't know.
Right.
That's where it comes from. It's nothing like I don't push them on other people. Like someone could say I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm all this shit. I'm just laughing, bruh. But I do get annoyed. Like if someone said that for like a month straight, they kept them even going. I'll be like, hey yo, bro, like it's dead. Like it's not funny, but like that's it. Like
Bro, high school high school just bodied like
yo,
my
high
threshold.
school trained me, nigga. I somehow was lucky enough to kind of just like fall into the roasting nigga, so I never had to be on it. Like I never was on attack, but I always prep myself. Like I thought the day, like, what if I got coup d'etat and these niggas just come at me? Never happened, but I'll brace myself.
To
I'm
be fair,
prepared.
people in the chat, I did order a webcam and it didn't come in time.
It's
That's
okay.
fair.
We'll have you on again 1 year, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
If you'll come back.
I don't know if Dashy's like a thing that Dashy triggers me. Yeah. That all you're saying for someone that's people say
Insecure?
shit a lot.
Mm.
No, I think you're saying when I said people say shit a lot. Like yeah, when people say Dashy a lot, that does like okay, they get like, but not
I
anymore.
know that triggers me because people used to say that too. Like I sound like modern Ashy, and I was just like, I didn't feel insecure about that. I just felt annoyed. Like I don't
Right.
see it. Like insecure is something that I'd be like I'm sensitive about, and like I would be like cautious, like careful, like not to be exposed to that. But when people say Dash, I'm just like, I don't see
Well,
it.
it's like
Monkey doesn't masturbate.
to be real, I don't care about that. It's just like people talked about it, so I talked about it.
Oh.
Now, because I didn't care, I talked about it. But like if someone cared, they wouldn't want to bring that shit up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like then they'll
Speaking
do
of
it more.
Insecure, speaking of Insecure, I recommend watching Insecure. If you like Atlanta FX, Insecure is hilarious.
Okay.
Oh, is
I never
that's
heard
on
of that
HBO
show.
with the black girl?
Yeah, that shit is hilarious,
Okay,
bro.
I've
It's
seen
pretty
it a
much
few times.
it's pretty much like Atlanta, but from like a female perspective.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I've been looking for a new TV show because I watched there's also on HBO. I think it's Pretty Little Liars or not. What? That's a different show.
Mhm.
What? Big Little Lies. That's what it's called. Not Pretty Little Lies. I have a swinging set of balls. Please believe me. I'm very insecure about that. No, but seriously, that show's pretty good. Like this entire time, you're trying to like figure out like how all these women are like connected in this like murder, and then like once you get to the end, like it's super satisfying.
Right.
I think one thing that is super that just like screams insecurity is sweaters in June,
Oh yeah.
hoodies in June.
Oof.
Yeah.
I can't
Like
do that.
like
Sure.
everyone can't see, you know.
Like it was few days ago, it was like 80 degrees over here or some bullshit. And me and my brother were driving around and we saw like a kid, I guess he may have been walking home from school or something like that. And he's got like, you know, these big ass cargo pants and like a big ass red Nike sweater on and shit. I'm just like, I feel him because I used to be that kid too.
No,
so
yeah, like you definitely.
I knew exactly what he was doing.
I know that screams insecurity because I had that same insecurity.
Yeah. so-
Right.
One thing I know that's obvious for like a lot, especially like basketball players or fitteds, when your hairline starts going, you start seeing their fitted game step up immensely, bro.
yeah.
Immensely.
What's a fitted?
Like
Like
a
a snapback without a snapback. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Oh.
I just want to say like this. What?
It just got super awkward after
Yeah,
I
it
said,
was like,
"Oh."
That's why I'm like, this is my chance to say something. That got really awkward. I had to say the name. But I want you niggas know, like y'all niggas my homies, because I'm sitting here having Persona withdrawals. I've been sitting here watching people play Persona on my second Twitch, so I can like interact with the chat as a fucking fanboy. Just
Oh my god.
just fucking fiending, bro. Like I'm dying. I'm dying.
So it's safe to say you love Persona 5.
It's my favorite game. Like my favorite game before this was Jade Empire, but I like the colors in Persona because red's my fucking shit. That the aesthetic alone draws me in. The fucking characters are so dope, bro. The school system. Mona, bruh. Mona is my nigga. It's just the accessory
That's
to
a
my
fact.
daily life in the game,
Actually,
bro.
I have a question for you. How could you
Yeah.
possibly fuck Anne knowing full well that Morgana wants to fuck Anne?
I mean,
Morgana, nigga.
Morgana doesn't need to know. The thing is, I am not I can only defend on for now because it's my waifu, but I will wife Makoto in New Game Plus for sure. I mean, I don't know, man.
Mask
I just
on,
can't.
Fuck it, mask off.
I can't let my waifu die. I'm loyal, bro. What the fuck? I'm not gonna let niggas attack her.
can
Like,
respect
nah.
that.
I was the same way in Persona 4. I remember there's an arcana you can do in Persona 4 where you get to like essentially you essentially fuck a nurse. But I was like working on Yukiko and I'm like, no, Yukiko's my one true love.
Yukiko.
That's me. That was me.
Yes, Yukiko's the girl in the red. I'm just like, because she took my dick out and she was about to put it in her mouth and I'm like, no, this is for Yukiko.
Dave Chappelle. No.
Wait, you really didn't do it? I really thought you would have fucked the nurse first time, though.
Right, but I didn't because I was like, Yukiko-san, no! Took that shit away from her, bro.
Yukiko looks like a baddie.
Bro.
But she ain't no Rise though, because once Rise came into the
Rise
picture,
is on 10. I'll just be honest.
bro, once Rise came into the picture, I was like, Yukiko, I'm sorry, but I'm cheating on your ass right now. And
I'll still probably fuck
wait,
Chie
wait.
when I go and play that game.
you really like guys. That is
Yeah.
insane.
Chi is like a guy and a half. Like it's not
Jeez,
Naoto
you're
or whatever
really
the
just
fuck
describing my type here.
I
Like
like
literally, if
that.
you looked at the girls I've been with, and then you looked at like Makoto, and you looked at like any other like of the characters I'm attracted to, you'd be like, oh, you might be gay. You might be gay.
Okay, so Dino does this thing. Like, he plays, like pictures of attractive girls that we see all the time. They're either A, remarkably average, or two,
Remarkable
B, hello?
average.
they are like borderline men. And those are the two women he sends us. And he's like, tell me this girl ain't a 10. We look at her and it's just like, she's about like maybe a 6 or 7. He's like, what? How could you say that? We're just like, dog, it's a man, low key. So
Yeah.
But look, honestly, like if you look at it from my perspective, if they're 10s to me, then that just but they're like 5s or 6s to everyone else.
Well, that's
a
competition
good
for you.
thing. Yeah, like that means I don't have any competition.
You keep.
that's
you
not
keep
true
yourself.
because just because she's a 5 don't mean I won't fuck.
Yeah, but you're not like gonna go after it. You're not
Nah,
gonna put in
nigga,
the work
no.
for a
Yeah,
5.
You're not gonna put in work for a 5.
If I saw a 5, like that was a 5 to me, you could miss me ever putting any kind of work for her.
Wait, Omega, you would
Just so happened to
would
be
like
asked
have
out.
sex with a girl who's a 5 to you?
That's average. An average girl.
5's average.
Yeah.
5 is average.
That's how that works.
5 should be the threshold.
By
yeah.
definition, it's average.
Bro,
That's
bro,
average.
bro.
But, like-
I think I might not be realistic because 8's average for me.
8? Nigga, you're working on the IGN scale. Yeah, this game it's broken in some areas. But it's a solid
Nah,
8.
bro.
Like, nigga, that's not how it works.
Nah, bro.
5 is a solid average girl.
Yeah.
Can you come up with an
No.
average girl off the top of your head, Afro?
The average girl, like
yeah,
what?
like maybe like who's like famous or something that you could.
You could,
Like,
you could
like you're not like
consider
you're
average.
outing somebody you know or something.
Oh, like I Justine would be hella average for me. That would be average scale.
See,
101.
I would say that I just seems kind of beat.
I don't.
I just
don't
seem
know,
looks more
that's
like a
average.
guy to me than anyone else.
This nigga said I just seen his average.
She looks good without makeup.
I would drag my nuts on her Never mind. I'm not gonna get into anything rude. I respect all women.
I can't wait till you go to like
It is
YouTube
2017.
I can't wait till this man goes to VidCon in a couple years and like she's just like, huh? So I saw Secret Podcast episode 20 where you said you drag your nuts across my face.
And I'd be like, "You want to go? Like, why would you bring that up
A
unless you wanted my
famous
nuts on
person
your mouth?"
that's average. I'll say Kyla Pratt.
Let me
Who?
look this up.
Who'd you say?
Kyla Pratt.
Kyla Pratt.
The nigga from he was on One on One.
I don't know what that is, though. I'm not good.
Oh, it was okay.
This chick's
disagree on the
average? I think-
and I would say
I'll
it's
say
a no
average.
for me, dog.
Her face is on weird mode. I cannot lie to you.
On weird mode. All right, hold on. Let me see. Link.
She got some linebacker shoulders too.
Yeah, she's on serious mode. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
that is the
Wait. Link in the Discord. Link in the Discord.
Here, I'll link the Google.
Yeah, I'm
Let me
not
see
sure.
this,
I'm not sure.
man.
I'm down for that, though.
Oh, this is average, boy. Nah, nigga.
Who's
Is this
that?
like? I feel like this is like a
Anything.
3 to Afro.
I feel like that's like somebody playing The Sims and they just sneezed and dragged their face down a little bit from like the the dome.
Yo, okay. My definition of like an average girl was like who's here seen Pitch Perfect 2?
You know,
I
have.
can't remember it. I can't remember it.
The new girl from Pitch Perfect 2.
Oh,
That's an incredibly average. Haley Steinfeld, that's her name.
Haley.
That girl is fucking average.
Haley Steinfeld.
Steinfeld.
I'd walk past her.
Like here, I'll post in the Discord.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
pretty
she's
average.
Yeah, that's like an average looking girl.
But to me, though, I am attracted to average looking girls, though. So like, that's the
For me,
thing.
average is like past the threshold of like, all right, I'm not gonna touch you, because for anything like 4 down to 1, that's like, nah, no. But like once you hit 5, it's like, all right, maybe if I'm like gone out of my mind.
If it's a 4, I would literally have to have gone on like a 3-year dry spell or something.
Yeah, anything. If it's like 4 down, like desperation is starting to come up.
I would like to point out that dry spell has been broken, so let's relax.
Oh, I didn't know shots were being taken.
Yeah, no, they were taking shots at a particular pelipper necked individual here.
Ooh. Oof. Wow.
Yeah, no, that streak has been broken.
All right,
Thankfully.
with a guy or a girl?
Don't worry about it.
Nah, you can't play with
Because
me
that
like
makes
that.
it sound like you fucked a guy.
I didn't fuck a guy. It was a girl. I'm just not proud of the girl that it was.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
so it was exactly as I said. 4 to 1. You've gotten in.
No, it was not a. It was no. that
Not a
wasn't it
4.
either. No, it was above a 4.
4.5.
It was above a 6.
But you're not proud of that.
Yeah.
No, because of who it
That's-
was.
Oh.
Interesting. We need to get quarter drunk more often on the podcast. Let him reveal everything.
There it is.
Honestly,
Hmm.
no, I'm a sad drunk. I can't be drunk.
Are you? Like what side we talking?
I've discovered that about myself.
What's the sad drunk for you?
I just like I get drunk and I just think about sad shit and I get really sad and then I'm up.
I
at
don't
fucking
feel like you were
3
that way
a.m. tweeting.
when you were here.
I wasn't
I
drunk
don't-
when I wasn't drunk though.
Oh.
I only
I
had like
was.
2 or 3 beers. Yeah, this nigga was fucking gone.
Oof.
Hit me with 1 Mike's Hard Lemonade and I'll just.
It's out. It's over.
Like, you might think that's a joke, but it's actually dead ass serious. Like, I legit-
This man took 1 Mike's. This is not a joke. 1 Mike's Hard Lemonade to the face and was passed out under his kitchen table.
Damn, bro.
Not a joke. Real spit.
That's real baby facts.
Nice.
Us Asians, you know, we just don't have it in us to drink
Now
like
y'all
that.
niggas be drinking sake. Sake is strong shit.
Is it? What's that shit taste like? You tasted it?
I've never
I know.
tasted sake, but I know it's strong.
I've never been
Oh,
in my
yeah.
home country. so-
Adam has taught me that.
Who's trying to go with me to Japan in 2020?
No,
You can
I'm
go to-
good.
You can keep every single bit.
I
of
got
it.
offered to go to Japan a few times. I'm
This
just like,
man
no,
said
bro.
yet again. Peter asked. He said, "Are you going with me and everybody to Japan?" And Peter goes, "Who's everybody?" And he goes, "Oh, you know, Jurgen, Chris." Like he just starts listing.
Omega
off
seemed like he
everybody
was in on it
as if they've
before.
already agreed.
I can guarantee I'm gonna go there, and then the Asian people are gonna be like, "Oh, you know, like looking at us."
That is
look
not
at
what's
us.
gonna happen. Because
They're gonna
like
look
we've
at me
already
and be
worked
like,
this out.
Fact.
Oh my
I'm moving back. Well, that's a little rude.
By then, you will have lost weight. I'm willing to put money on it. I will literally, if you have not lost weight in the next year and a half or something, and you want to, I will literally open up my house and we can do FPS boot camp, but like Dino Zam boot camp, you know? And I will
I'm literally starving.
Yes, you will literally starve for a month and a half, and we'll probably
Whoa.
like work out like some. We
Huh?
can play Persona dancing all night or something. And
Could
by the
work.
time you leave, you'll have lost like 100 pounds.
In a month and a
shit.
half, I'm not sure that's exactly.
That's how
healthy.
much he fucking.
Yeah, I
lost.
did that.
Not good.
It's fine. We're gonna go there. I'm gonna learn how to learn. I'm gonna learn
Learn how to
Japanese.
learn.
I'm gonna learn Japanese in the next 3 years, and then by the time we go there, you're gonna have one guy who looks either Asian or American to them, or indistinguishable, and then you're gonna be skinny, and you're gonna fuck a whole bunch of Asian bitches.
It's a fact.
Alternatively, we can go to Taiwan where they literally sell their pussy for 2 cents a piece.
Or dicks.
They also literally
All
fuck
dicks.
monkeys there. Like,
Ooh, hey, I'm in.
no, like literally, there's like chimpanzees tied up and fucked for money.
Oh darn! What a horrible practice.
How do I get a ticket there? How much is it?
Yeah, how much would it take to be just purely for research purposes?
They also fuck kids there.
Hold on, I gotta see. Taiwan, I said, right? Let me see. All right, to Taiwan. Let me see what a nigga got to do
Sell your fucking soul?
to Taipei, Taiwan, right? How much is this? Let's say I wanted to go for my birthday, actually. So I'll leave June 22nd, right?
He just wanted to remind us of his birthday. Said it's coming up.
And I'll come back. Oh, I don't know. June 30th. Why not? An 8-day venture. Search. It's loading up here, ladies and gentlemen. It's taking quite a while. I'm not sure why.
Should I start probing the chat for questions, or are we
Look,
not gonna
guys.
do
Fuck
that this
them.
time?
Okay, so we got
Yo,
from United Airlines. So not only will I get a beating, in this flight, but I will also have to pay $1,221
That's actually
A
better than I
small
thought it was
price to
gonna be.
pay.
to fuck some
Miss.
apes. Some apes.
yo, when Moon said if she's 5 of an embryo, I'm gonna put the picture that I immediately thought of. Immediately thought of this. I'll put it in the
Oh
Twitch.
my god.
I'll put it in Twitch.
You didn't get my pocket pussy from,
fucking
bro.
listen
Put
with
that
one
on.
Oh my god!
Just call it a just call it a pocket.
Oh man.
Bro, like immediately I picture that shit.
Jesus fucking
This nigga
Christ.
calls it a pocket. Like,
Yo, the more you stir it, the more funny it gets, bro. Like, honestly, it legitimately evolves in front of your eyes, my boy.
Bro, it's so wrong. It's funny.
The Secret Podcast does not condone the thoughts and views of Moon Monkey IO.
but I
If there are any sponsors out there who are looking to get in on this family-friendly advertisement show, please hit us up.
Bro. But bro, if you look at his face, it's like, Dad, wait. Dad,
I'm saying that picture.
Dad, wait.
Why are you doing this?
what have I done?
That was Afro yesterday when he did. I feel it.
Yesterday I did one of the shits that was so funny to me, yo. I never laugh at my own shit, but I told everybody fucking good night. Like I said, I'm gone and shit like that. I come back and I play like the Undertaker's music and loud.
Bro, that broke me for a good 5 minutes.
Like, because
Yo.
Afro joints, you don't really hear nothing. Then you hear doom.
That broke me, bro.
Yo, keep in mind, chat. Like I stayed awake for like damn near 30+ hours. Everybody's like, "Go to sleep, go to sleep." I said, "All right, I'm gone." I was gone for like an hour. I bet these niggas thought I was dead. Like I let them know I don't die, boy. Oh shit!
Oh my god.
That is fucking loud.
Well, damn. This has
Oh,
been
man.
a great episode of the Secret Podcast, if I do say so myself. And I do.
Yeah, this was fun.
I'd like to thank Afro and Moon Monkey for coming on the show.
No problem.
We really appreciated you guys. A lot of fun.
Mhm.
I'd like to thank Omega for continuing his support of the show as well by just providing any sort of fan base for the show at all. and Xavian, for wearing
My
headphones
father-
over your
or-
headphones.
Or for my father producing for Tech 9, you could also.
And
shout
thank
out for that.
you for those songs. We all
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
we all pray to God every night that
Yeah,
that he
yeah.
gets
Carter-
yet another.
Carter is like meme defense muscle game is strong, boy. Like he's ready for all attacks. Like
I have
this
to play
man's
defense or I get fucking attacked, dog. That's just how it is.
It's like defense or nothing, bro.
Mm.
I feel it.
This was a fucking great episode. It might be
I
one of
agree.
it might be the best. I don't know.
Definitely
This was
We
up
a
say,
good
there.
topic.
we say that every episode, don't we?
That's not true.
Not-
We did not say
last
that.
episode.
No, I think we might have said it last episode because it was so long.
Yeah.
We at least said it was long.
Yeah, we said that.
Anyway,
that's like
Okay.
when
All right.
not
yeah,
when
yeah.
I fuck a girl because I got a tiny dick, but that's like when you fuck a girl and she'll be like, "Well, say it was good, but it's long," you know.
it's like when you fuck a girl and then like, never mind. I can't.
I'm tired of fucking looking at myself with my
Wait,
fucking
what?
Super Saiyan protruding shit. It's pissing me off. I've been looking at it all day, nigga. I'm just like, yo, like fuck. I'm getting a haircut Monday, bro.
I always
One
wait.
day.
At beginning of the month, I look good, but towards the end of the month, it's time to hit that barber.
I haven't done anything since I went to Virginia, like a day before I went to Virginia. This is just
It's like 2
what
months,
I'm rocking. Yeah, I guess.
2.5 months, something like that. Anyway.
But I'm pretty sure that my webcam should be here like next week. So whenever you guys do, I don't know, 50, 100, whatever podcast, whatever.
yeah, we'll
Let's
have you
do
on
that.
again.
Yo, hit me up on Persona 5's Dead because this was fucking challenging, nigga. Like, you guys are my niggas, but like this is what I realized: the line between who's my friends and who's not is like very strong because I would not do this shit for any girl I was talking to currently, or like fucking my mom, my dad. It's just like my niggas, like my niggas only got that privilege, bro. Because
It is.
I'm about to start frothing from the mouth, my boy. Like
I don't
need
wanna-
my on.
I don't want to make any sudden correlations here, but me and my girlfriend did break up right when Persona came out.
Really? Damn.
That's wild.
That's crazy. Could it
Maybe-
be?
Crazy.
Did I become emotionally unavailable once I saw my one true wife, Motoko?
Oh my god.
Motoko
Motoko,
Kusanagi?
Yeah, she your true wife there, saying her right name correctly and everything. It's crazy.
Sorry, I keep on fucking saying her name and Motoko Kusanagi because I got Ghost in the Shell. Like I'm watching Ghost in the Shell while I'm playing Persona. So
You know whose
That's-
name's easy to remember and just the better waifu?
And
Your letters, my boy. On.
the Secret
On
Podcast,
track.
episode 20. Thanks, Afro. Thanks, Moon Monkey.